What's going on, guys? Welcome to Double Tap. This is Mash Those Buttons podcast dedicated to the FGC. We are live here at Local Host Arena.
Serious?
I know, man. It is the last week. It's because I didn't get the file in time, all right?
That's fine.
All right, you
I'll
can
let it
hold
go.
that. You can
I'll
hold
let it
that for
go.
another week, all right? You were plugging it for so long now. What's the big deal? I am your host, Andres Crash Tag Mirandez, and with me, of course, is Jeremiah Mezaward, my partner in crime, as always. Welcome, welcome. He's not late this week. We're not
No.
scrambling at the end to make
I
sure
was
we make
early.
it.
I was early.
Parking was
early.
a pain, a
Oh,
little bit
dude,
of a
dude,
pain,
that's-
but
They just need to move. Like they need to let me be like God for a second. Just move every car
just
apart.
just drop it.
Or just line 'em up
Zamasu, a
properly.
god among mortals.
just
Is
just
that
let
the
me
deal?
line them up.
Okay.
At least
All
line
right.
'em up properly.
Like Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, I just want some space.
Yeah. Right. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome. If you guys are listening to us on podcast form, thank you for tuning in. This is episode. I want to say it's 84. Let me double check. Yep, episode 84. For those that are watching live, thanks for hanging out with us. This is episode 9, live right here at Nerd Street Gamers on Twitch.tv. And yeah, this is recorded on the 30th to be released on the 31st in podcast form. So that'll be tomorrow for those that are, still with me here. We got a good week of episodes, man. Combo breakers behind us.
Ugh.
We
Yeah.
we got trailers. We got champions getting over their demons.
My brain is exploding this week.
We got new competitive seasons that have been announced for certain games that are, still going.
I'm so glad I don't play multiple games anymore.
It's really tough. It's not an easy thing to be good at
Yeah.
all those games. Like I think honestly right now Sonic Fox is even kind of feeling a little bit because he's like
Yeah.
focusing a lot on fighters, and guess what? He didn't win Injustice.
Second.
He didn't win yeah, okay. He was he was damn close though, but he didn't win Injustice. He
Yeah.
didn't win MKX either. I don't
Didn't
believe.
win Skullgirls.
Yeah, so but you can see why because in fighters he
That was
destroyed his demon.
That was winning everything.
Yeah,
He
that
won
that was
everything.
really the one he wanted to take, I think, of all of them. But yeah, so Common Breaker was dope. If those that tuned in, the Hado, Rich always does Rick does a great job.
Oh yeah.
Chicago's like blowing up right now. I know we're gonna have a random section here of a
Yeah.
recent event that got announced again in Chicago. But right now, Combo Breaker did well. They once again setting the bar up, and like I said, had that awesome announcement that everybody was waiting for, that everybody alluded to, and I definitely have a couple words
Yeah.
for that right there. We'll
I
just
was
point it. It's right here. Yeah, that one right there.
I'm just gonna let it
You
like.
gonna let it rock. All right, cool.
We'll get there.
All
We'll
right,
get
cool.
there.
So we're starting off. So this is the Fighters Corner now. So we're going to be talking about all the different games, all our updates this week. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle is coming out next Tuesday.
Yeah.
As of tomorrow, it'll be live in Japan. So for those that have a Japanese account, good on you. You can already jump on that game
why you would
ASAP
pick it
Rock.
up in Japanese. I mean, we've already had such a far it's already been advantageous since the beta. So it's like,
Yeah,
why get it in Japanese? Just wait for it. Like,
yeah,
it's
might
next
as well
week.
just wait. But it was a good game. Everyone here
Oh,
was
yeah.
playing it out. We're if you guys don't know already, and you're hearing clicks in the background. We got about 4 or 5 different fighting games being played right out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Cross Tag is soon to add to the 6th version next week for sure.
Yep.
But yeah, so 31st coming out in Japan with the 5th, and Europe once again has to hold that L with the 22nd. But I mean, what's really the difference between getting a European account and an American account?
Well, no. They have different restrictions.
Is that what it is?
I think it's
okay.
different restrictions. So,
Okay.
like, it's just like us trying to get a Japanese account.
Mhm.
They can get one, but it's like, I don't think they can. I'm pretty sure they can crossplay because I was able to crossplay during the beta. So
Okay.
they might be able to, but I don't know if their consoles are going to be backwards compatible. I don't know if that was ever a problem.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right, well,
yeah, I've never tested any Japanese games on the PS4 lately.
all right. Well, there you go. So 31st and the 5th next week. So that means we will get a chance. Our next episode is going to have it's going to be the first day after the game releases. So if there are any changes that might have happened
Yeah.
before from the beta until release, we'll know firsthand by then. I don't foresee of anything, but the beta,
well,
the
just
builds that we were
besides-
playing,
yeah.
they could not have been the gold builds. They could have been
No,
like
no,
right
no.
before. They were just stress testing servers, so they just let it rock with
Yeah.
whatever.
Obviously,
certain-
the little glitches and whatnot.
yeah, the small
they're already
glitches and
gonna
stuff.
address
Maybe
that, so.
they're most likely like not gonna be there. So maybe that whole double assist at the same time Mind Stone glitch, right? Wasn't that
yeah,
one
we're
of them?
just infinite.
Yeah. So maybe
that
that's
has to
gonna
go
go
away.
out. So besides that, not much else. So it's release time. We'll see how
Yeah.
it stands. And with that coming out, that means CEO will be the first big major to have VB
Yes,
tag.
CEO will be the first.
So
big
we'll
major.
wait to see about that.
That's going to be exciting because everybody's going to fly out. For
And we
it.
got numbers for CEO down the line too. So we're gonna talk about so far what the pre-reg I think numbers
Yeah.
are, and they're looking pretty good.
And Jabili honestly never overcharges people. Like I know CEO was doing the $100 to promote Don't Come Late,
Yeah,
which I
don't
do
you
understand.
don't? I think
It
even
makes it more- it
combo
makes
was
more
like $90 if you came late. So they're
Combo was
pretty. They're
100.
around that same
Yeah.
section. So hey,
So-
man, that's what you. That's the bullet you got to bite if you're like procrastinate.
I don't even think he's allowing registration after. Nah, I think he would have to because he's moving into a new venue. So
There's no reason. There's no reason not to for A, new venue, and B. You
It's
know, they're not
Daytona
gonna turn
Beach,
that.
man.
Not gonna turn down free money like that. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
attendance. At the end of the day, it is business. So yeah. So Tekken 7. We already talked about the anniversary content. That's gonna be. It should be a happy dropping tomorrow. As a matter of fact, 31st. I think is what
yeah,
they
it's
said.
31st for the content, which kind of sucks because I wish we could have seen it
Yeah.
and been able to like kind of get our hands
It's
on it and see
okay.
what's
It's all right.
different.
We'll pull some of it next week on the next show. So in the meantime, though, global final, the actual finals for the Tekken circuit has been announced for December 1st and 2nd, and it's going to be at the theater in Amsterdam, or is it called the theater? I know
it's
it's
the
in
theater
Amsterdam,
in
but I don't know.
Amsterdam,
Okay,
but then it's in Amsterdam.
in Amsterdam itself.
So I think that's gonna be really interesting because they're
I can think of
it's-
like a couple. I can think of about 420 reasons why that's going to be an interesting event.
well. I'll use my main one. It's not where it's not where I thought it would be. Honestly, I didn't think it was gonna be in California. I thought it was probably gonna be somewhere overseas this time. Because
Really?
last time it was
It was in Cali.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Cali.
I was expecting it to maybe be, interestingly enough, maybe in like Japan or Korea this time around. Maybe Korea more. Or
Harada's
less.
got a lot more. He's hiding a lot of things, as he said.
As he said, yeah.
as
so,
he
I
said,
mean, like,
he's got plenty of stuff that they're going to hide from us. So
I don't know, man. I think Canada is probably the best option though because there's no laws against betting or anything like that, or rather paying money to be at an event to play. But at the same time,
like gambling laws like that.
gambling. So I think that's a big thing. But also, I feel like Canada is kind of like neutral ground. Nobody in Canada really plays Tekken.
Who does play?
I know there's like maybe a few, but like,
there's definitely a scene, but like
they
off the top
always
of my head, I cannot think of any like just
they have beautiful venues out there.
any
I'll give them
any
that.
Canucks out there that play Tekken like that.
I was expecting either between Europe or Canada. But I thought it would have been U.S., but like either Europe or
Japan would have been dope though.
yeah.
But yeah, so right now, so the theater
wait, no,
Amsterdam.
they did that first time in Japan. That's why.
Did they?
Second, I think it was either second or first season where it was Saint Chanel in top 3 with not JDCR wasn't in that one. He wasn't in top 3 for that one, but it was Saint when he first got picked up by Echo Fox.
Okay.
No, right before he got picked up by Echo Fox.
Okay. Damn, that was a while ago. Okay.
I think that was season 1. Might have been season 1.
All right, so Tekken 7 global finals December 1st and 2nd. So get your calendars ready, get your airplane tickets on deck, get your itinerary, B&B, all that
I'm
good
gonna
stuff
get
for
my
that blue stuff,
I'm gonna get my monitor
that
ready
green stuff. I mean,
for me to just turn it on because I'm not going there.
oh, you're not.
That's too far, man. It's too
World
far
Warrior,
for
World
Tek-
Warrior. You
for
have already
Tekken? I don't play Tekken.
Tekken's dope.
I can't
Maybe
do it.
maybe Commando will want to go.
Yo, I
Shout outs
actually-
to Commando, by the
Oh.
way. Top 24 in combo breaker for Tekken out of 480 something entrants. So
Yo, he's
if
doing
you
work.
want to learn Tekken and you're in the tri-state area, you want to be here on Wednesdays
Yep.
because I'm pretty sure he hands out lessons right now. He's playing. Actually, no, he
He's
got
playing a
he
little
got
bit-
off Street Fighter.
He's having fun
He
playing
got
some
off
Street
Street
Fighter
Fighter.
right now.
Oh no, he is on Street Fighter. No, he's
Yeah.
getting off right now.
Oh no, yeah, but he was on it for like a solid hour.
Yeah, he was calling it Armika Asuka. But if you want to learn, this is the spot. You got primo players that come through all the time. Tekken's been growing a lot here. Go for broke. They come out in
We
droves.
just got NCOG coming out now.
Yes,
and
and Cog has been coming out, so New Jersey's
really
definitely showing
awesome.
up. Victim of Ritual, of course, a regular, going back and forth all the time. Tekken is definitely showing up.
I know
in
we
Philly.
had Maryland come through last time for Go For
Yes,
Broke.
yes,
that was
Maryland
really
also
cool.
came through. I thought Victim was from Maryland, or am I thinking Delaware?
I think Victim is from Maryland, but I think we have more. come
Yes,
through.
yeah, more
So
Maryland
it's
cats
pretty
been
cool.
showing up. Amethyst lady, I think she
Yeah.
made it pretty far as well. I think she was
Man.
like in Winterside out of pools at one point, or close to out of pools.
I said the craziest thing last night. I think that Philly is no longer like Injustice or Street Fighter. I think
Marvel
it's strictly
only.
a Tekken. Yeah, I think it's strictly
No,
a Tekken. It's
What
becoming
it
more
is
Tekken.
Tekken has been growing a lot more, and I can't really pin it down. I don't know if it's just like not the goal. I don't want to say it's just like the event here, Go for Broke,
It's everywhere.
just happening on a monthly basis, and it's kind of like been neutral ground for a lot of these different areas to kind of meet. But Tekken just like started picking up, and they either become the second or they have the most people that show up.
Oh,
Well, besides when like Marvel was like hot.
this is actually big. Shouts to, and then we can move forward. Shoutouts to the Hawaii crew out there. They're actually, this is funny. I didn't know, but I work a lot with a lot of the Hawaiian stream teams, and they actually have a location where it's like in a bar. They have Tekken. They have a bunch of other games, but Tekken's like one of their bigger things. And I was just talking to somebody who was learning how to play Tekken there, and they were like, "Oh yeah, mad people come here to play. You got to come try it out." So
Hawaii.
fly out to Hawaii.
You ain't gotta say you would fly out to Hawaii, but you don't go to Amsterdam for Tekken though.
Because Hawaii is awesome, dude. I can go surfing out there.
I'm pretty sure I can do a lot of things in Amsterdam, and I feel like I'm
there's
surfing.
a lot of things to do out there.
Pretty sure there's plenty I could do. Anyway, Flex. So Fighting EX layer is due out in June. Like, we're really close to two brand new games to be getting dropped. So Flex for right now, though, they've released another 12-minute gameplay trailer. Not trailer. It is just like gameplay for you to enjoy as soon
It's
as
like
this gets
characters
done.
that we've seen, characters that we haven't seen a lot of. I would like to say. I feel like
It's kind of like just a melting pot of all of them.
Yeah.
So another 12-minute like just gameplay trailer. Keep calling it a trailer, but why? We'll just keep it at that. Just to keep the hype. It's really just to keep the hype of the game because they are for June 2018, but they still haven't said. Like, I heard maybe late June, but the fact that they've been pushing out these videos like pretty consistently, I want to say maybe they might flip it on us and make it for an early like first half of June possibly.
that would make sense.
It'd be cool because either A, they want to compete with, say, BB Tag. Not compete, but, they want to keep on that wave, a high tide raises all ships kind of deal when the hype is up for getting a new fighting game. Or they want to just have their own date and just be separate completely from it. It's like the two different
Keep in mind,
sides of the spectrum.
If they pull in enough registrations for Evo, they can get some showcase time on the side. So that's kind of important for a Saturday thing. But I do know something they were talking about in this current build and version. I believe her name is Sanase, the newer character. Sanase, one of the newer, not new.
You know
but
with the
she's-
spear?
I think so.
Yeah,
They
I'm
were
pretty
saying
sure
she
that's
has
what you're talking about.
tremendous corner pressure. So if you guys are looking for that, you'll be able to see that in this gameplay video. You'll be able to see a lot more than when we first played the beta. So I think this is kind of important, and I think if you're really interested in this game, you like it, I think this is where you want to go, is check out some of this gameplay here.
Yeah, I think it was around. I think she was playing against Shirase, not Hokuto. Yeah, Shirase. Sanane.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, they showed gameplay for her. I think about a week or so ago. It was like between like the weapon masters. So Hayate was last week, and then the previous video before that was hers. So yeah, I mean 12 minutes between. It's Kairi versus Hokuto. It's Shirase versus Sanane and Daruna, or is it Darun versus Alan.
Yeah.
Alan Schneider, the original U.S. champion that Ken had to beat in order to become the U.S. champion.
You
Little
know what
piece
they
of
need
lore
to
for y'all
do?
right
They
there.
need to make a Muscle Buster game.
Ultimate Muscle, or
Ultimate Muscle, and get him in there as a special character. Get like Tiger Mask and all that stuff. Yo, that'd be super dope.
that'd be kind of dope.
That would be awesome.
So once again, released for June 20th for Flex. Keep it on your calendars as well, alongside to the BB tag. So next we got SNK Heroines. There's also another trailer that they announced. We already knew.
Yeah, we
Love
talked
Heart.
about
We
her.
already knew Love Heart was going to be in it. We already saw the scan. It was already confirmed. But now we actually got to see some gameplay.
She looks the same. It looks like she hasn't really changed that much.
She really like the movesets themselves for all characters. There hasn't really been a huge mix in it. It's it's just part of the campiness. They want to still make it feel kind of right, so you can just hop in and play those characters, especially if you're a fan of the game, already play KOF like that. It's just things like the instant switch mechanic and what other variables and other extra like gameplay options they decided to put in. So she's rocking her OG costume as well as a weird shit. The girl's even pimping out a mustache.
No, I don't know if you guys saw when she did her super. It usually would be a fireball wave type thing, like a ground wave.
Yeah, now it's like a card.
It was a heart.
Oh,
A card.
yeah.
A card heart.
I mean, that's the
Card.
campiness of the costumes that they're giving them. So
I think this game is just cheeky. It's really fun. I think it's gonna give people like that. Like,
here's the thing that gets me. Like, for one, we got 4 more characters left to announce. I forgot the one in the middle right there. 4 more characters to still be announced. This is going to be a September 7th release, so we still have a long ways. They're going to drag this out. Maybe finish it off at EVO with like some huge gameplay explosion of awesomeness, I guess. They even popping shrooms.
I feel like I'm not excited.
Shrooms over here. Shout out to Mario.
I feel like I'm not supposed to be excited about this game.
Here's the weird thing about it, right? I thought about it when I watched the trailer. I was like the combat looks fine. Like the gameplay, like cool. I like it.
Like
instant switch coming. I can see you getting real creative about it, bro. Like in my head, I'm like, who are they marketing this to?
Yeah,
I mean, we know like
you're not wrong.
There's like plenty of people in the FGC that will buy this.
Yeah.
But like, is it really a lot of people? I mean, it's KOF already. KOF is kind of niche. I mean, outside of Mexico, like KOF is like, I mean, Japan as well, but like it's not really big in America, right? So I do not expect to see this here.
I expect to see like an
maybe
like an anime convention, an anime side expo tournament or something. But I definitely think this is solely for Japan. This cannot be for us at all.
Yeah, they just decided to port it over.
I agree with you. I don't see who they're targeting because like in all honesty, I'm like it has 14's graphics, so that's already a downhill struggle for them.
Somewhat.
In my opinion, if they went back to the 13 graphics, I think people would have been like, "Yo, is this 15 for us? Is this KOF 15 just all girl edition?"
I don't know. It's supposed to be 15. It's just so campy for me. I'm like, but the thing is, like I said, the combat looks like it could be fun. It's just so damn campy.
It looks fun. It actually looks fun. That's it. That's all I got. I would never play that.
All right. As soon as I find like Meza playing it in like some event, I will take the picture and I will tweet it out.
I'll stream it. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
I'll stream it.
You can only stream it if you cosplay as one of them.
I was just gonna give away a free copy. Do all that.
So all right. So we're coming right to like kind of one of the meat and potatoes of it. I want to say this is straight up the potatoes. The meat will be down the line. DB Fighters, we had a new trailer, or rather not a trailer, a gameplay, I guess, stream that came out yesterday that had Maximilian on it, Hell Pockets as well. And it was all about the latest DLC characters, which was Fuse Zamasu and Vegito Blue. They got to do a bit of a breakdown. We've seen Vegito Blue already in the Japanese streams. They were already showcasing him. But Zamasu, we weren't really getting anything. I guess they waited up to this point. And, so they had a stream and just had a breakdown of Zamasu at first and just giving, everything about his normals, his moves, the big part, of course, being the flight.
Yeah.
The flight being the one component that everyone was just tripping out about, like, oh my God, this is the new Magneto.
Is it gonna
People
be
are already
broken?
instantly thinking that here. It's because he has like, there's no character that has that mobility yet. And mobility in fighting games sometimes can give you like such an insane advantage that it's just like, like I said, it's an advantage like to the point that it's unfair.
So that's important, and I don't know, like just in general, Maximilian does state it's a flight mode that you can block in, and that's rare.
That's the other part, blocking. Yeah, even in Marvel, flight means you can't block. That's why fly-on-fly combos at one frame were such a thing. But the other thing is that he could stay in the air is the crazy part. So he can actually like fly, and then if he does something, you get one action. You get one action while you're flying. And if that one action causes the opponent to get hit, or if he blocks, you still stay up. If you hold the actual button to stay like flying, you stay flying. So you could stay in a string where you're hitting 2 or 1 or whatever, and they're blocking it. You're still gonna be in the air. So the thing that, funny enough, that they didn't bring up was like, can he call assists like that from the air?
I think he can.
I want to say he can because that would just make it like I can see calling assists from the ground to then going into the air to like mixing you up. But can you go from the air to call assist to come down? Is the thing that like I instantly thought about, but like they didn't.
I would assume, but like then again, remember these guys aren't thinking on a competitive level. They want to just keep it very simplified for people to be.
They definitely gave us some competitive.
Yeah,
but
I'm saying
that wasn't the point of the stream, though.
Yeah, they wanted to just.
It's really just a character showcase.
And I think that this character, wow, I think this character has a lot of very interesting things that is going to set him apart from everything. And I think this is what's going to really appeal to newer players or players who didn't get into the game
or even players that also like say from other games that had some sort of like similar mobility. They're going to instantly gravitate towards this. One of the biggest parts as well, besides the flight that was being shown off a lot, is the assist. I think they talked about here. Oh no, they're talking about trials and all that right now. But anyway, the assist is actually another big thing about it. Is it's an assist. It's a beam. It's about a solid character side beam. So he just does a sword slice and it goes across.
You can't super dash.
You can't super dash through it.
You can't.
You can?
You can't.
No, they said about to say. No, like you can't. Yeah, they're showing it pretty
awesome.
clear. Like you can't, which is pretty wild. So it's just like a free like anytime you see a beam or any kind of projectile like that, instant Vegeta comes out. Instant thought is, oh, I'm just gonna super dash right through.
Exactly.
Minor note, in the flying mode, how you said you can block in the air. That already like blew up my first idea. Like, oh, if he's dangerous. He naturally can have layers from that.
Light blocking. That sounds
But then on
ridiculous.
top of that, right, on top of the mobility and such that he has, it's the one specific super, which is basically, what is it, Hellzone Grenade 2.0. So for those that haven't played Piccolo, never saw Hook Gangad or, oh my God,
Boros?
what is it? No, Super Scroll player.
Oh, Apology Man.
Apology Man, yeah. Play, Piccolo at the time. Hellzone Grenade locks down your opponent enough that it just leaves you free for a mix-up. There's so much shit on the screen that you can't see where you're blocking or where the opponent is at, more specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can do that too, which is kind of gross.
I see. Here's the thing that's interesting is he has a good, well balanced. I feel like his overall balance seems very.
In terms of competitiveness, he's
doesn't-
already showing very viable. Like
He doesn't look broken.
He looks really close. I think he's like
solid.
I think he's pretty solid off the bat now. Until we get our hands on him, it
Yeah.
won't be confirmed. This is all like, oh, is it real? Is this real? Is that real? Can I 2H that, or is there a gap? That kind of deal.
Exactly.
But damage output, they're showing even with level 3, we're talking.
Yeah.
Look at that. I think we're seeing. What's that? 4K?
He's fast.
Half? What's half? What's half of life?
Half of life.
Yeah.
It
Average
depends.
life for a character like Frieza is what? Isn't it 8K? Or
Usually it's
7K?
like 10K.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like normal combos or.
Yeah,
Or
what's
just-
the average? The average for a character to have a good amount of damage output. What do you think they should be able to do with 1 meter?
By themselves, 1
They have
meter.
themselves, yes.
Usually, okay, so on average, most people will do about 5.5, almost close to 6K. No assist.
No
5.5 is really around
For
that
1
area.
meter.
Yeah, for
And,
1 meter.
and I'm
about
assuming
5.5.
that also makes you even neutral, in meter. You probably gain 1 meter from that.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Usually moving forward
Let me think.
2 times, so move forward to a character.
to gain meter as
Yeah,
you're doing it. Okay.
So you can move forward twice. Move forward once, go all the way back, move forward again. That'll usually give you the meter. But no, I think the scariest part is going to be the fact that yes, he can fly, he can block, but that means he's allowed to move forward and gain meter through
Yeah.
flying.
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
this
you know what?
character's gonna
That's
be
funny.
really strong.
I didn't think about that. What the actual meter gain was during flight. Forward only, or it's only forward anyway that you
Only
can
forward.
you can. So I wonder if you can just up back to the corner and just move forward. If he can fly to go all the way to the corner and keep moving forward while calling an assist on one side, that's just free
See,
meter. That's so lame.
This character has a lot of weird things about him that I feel he's gonna become one of those stall characters
Think so?
that people have to deal with by forcefully super dashing, committing to moves that they don't want to, or possibly using supers that are gonna be tracking supers to catch him.
All right, so that's my breakdown on Zamasu, and I know you watched most of the Vegito
Yeah.
stuff. So what can you tell us about him? I mean, off the bat, we already saw certain things like the Ki Blast.
Yeah.
They're showing is a normal one. He doesn't have a beam. It's
No
a palm. I guess you think of it like NRS style, right? Depending on your input, or depending on how is it how you can get different distances.
Oh, so usually, if you're doing, say you want to do a Ki Blast specifically, some people have 2, some people have 1. But
Yes.
someone like Goku has 1 Ki Blast, which is neutral and then Ki. But then he also has forward in Ki, up in Ki, and that will shoot a fireball up. So you have different options, but some people have multiple moves within, I guess, their Ki Blast. Cell has down Ki Blast, which is multiple ones where he's moving forward. But he also
Okay.
has just a regular finger laser ones.
Oh, okay, that's
So-
right, that's right. So Vegito, I'm assuming, is going to be similar to that because he can do it within different spaces.
Yeah, I think it'll change.
Yeah.
I think for him it'll be different. He's just a different character in my opinion. So from comparing him to Zamasu I think is way stronger. I feel like Vegito Blue and what we were seeing, and a lot of people broke it down outside of just this. We feel like he's a solid character that has really good normals. He has two lows. Both his stand
Vegito?
medium and his crouch medium are both lows. So
But he
that's-
doesn't have a crouching light that's low, is what it is. His crouching light is not legit.
Yeah.
A crouching light. It's isn't it the? It's when he pounces at you and
No,
grabs
that's
your
his
head.
stand medium.
That's a stand. No, I thought
I believe that's a stand medium.
I thought they stated that was different.
Because his crouch medium.
that is his
Oh,
crouching
that's
light.
his crouching light?
Yeah, his crouching light is
I
the
thought
actual
I
hand
thought it
grab.
was flipped. My bad. because there's so many things we were trying to learn through the Japanese one.
Yeah, that
So
was
it's
where it
like they
started.
weren't really explaining it. They're just doing
They were
whatever.
just they were just showing you the moves.
Yeah.
But this, like I said, this was more of a real character breakdown on like somewhat of a competitive sense where I was saying like this is crouching light. Like Zamasu has a crouching light that's a low. So that's legit.
weird.
So bam, already check mark right off the bat.
Because that slide he has, he could do the slide. I believe that is crouching medium. And then he could do crouching light, which is really kind of scary in this game.
oh my god, that step to the low.
See? He's the only character who can reverse beat.
No.
Without-
Gohan level 7 can
Yeah,
do
but that requires level 7. That requires meter.
Yeah. The
This
fact
character
that
doesn't.
the fact that he can do it without it is pretty crazy. He's the only one that he breaks that rule where you can always go from low to high, but never from a higher button to a lower.
Yeah.
He can, but I don't think he can go from high to medium. It's just like medium to low. He can.
No,
do.
just medium to low.
Yeah, because that'd be
medium
kind
to
of
low
busted.
and then back to high. Back to high. Or medium or
So
high.
without 7 meters, he can do that.
This character is strong, but we don't see him being broken because the reason why is a lot of his special moves seem to kind of leave him a little bit more exposed to most people. So you'll notice
Yeah,
more and
like
more.
his sword,
Yeah.
his actual. It is his not his 2H. It's a is it his 2H
Well, it's his 2H, but it has to connect.
or is it 2? Yeah, it has to connect. That's right.
us to
But
get
then he can do
that.
it in the air.
Yeah.
Like the air one is what leaves him rather vulnerable. It's a lot of recovery frames on it. So yeah, it's not free. You have to make sure your hits count, or you're probably gonna get punished 9 times out of 10 when it comes to Vegito. His what is it? I think his
That's a command grab.
that's command grab.
Yeah.
Okay, so the hardest of reads is the deal with this guy. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a lot of he kind of has everything, but he has faults. You know what I mean? Like his movement's pretty good. His backdash, in my opinion, I don't think it's that great compared to a lot of other characters. But I don't think he really beats people in the air. I think his biggest thing is gonna be a ground game. He's not boring. I think that's the biggest thing. He's not boring. He's interesting. He has a lot of tools. So they're showing off now. He has a counter that
Yeah, counters to
Yeah.
beams. So
I don't know if that's ever gonna be really
I mean, to get that off will be godlike. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
Like, you can the fact you can recover. So just
Now-
with a vanish cancel into a combo for a beam, like that,
Yep.
within that distance, it looks like it had to be within 2 characters or maybe a character and a half. Like they did it real close up, but if they could do it just at say starting range. Like imagine, ready, fight. You know the beam's
Yeah,
coming.
you're
You
doing
get
it.
that read. That will be already an insane mind game right there. That's already a signal to your opponent. Like, do not mess up. I will wreck you.
I foresee this character being a point character.
Oh yes,
very
yeah,
much.
he is definitely. I didn't get to see his assist though.
His
What was his
assist?
assist? If you remember it.
Okay, so that's what's interesting. We don't know. I don't know if they did it in this video, but his assist is he comes out and he does these. So kind of like Vegeta, he does, or rather Android 21, where she throws the 3 fireballs as a regular
Yes,
move
yeah.
when she does down key.
Yep.
He does that in the air, but it's multiple. It covers 75%
Oh
of
wait,
the
yeah.
screen,
It was like that. It was like a quarter of a
It's-
circle kind
yeah,
of deal.
It's like all these fireballs that
Yeah, I
he throws out
remember
at
now,
the
I
same
remember now, I
time.
remember
It's
now.
like a shotgun.
Yeah. Yep,
The
you're right,
only
you're right.
thing is we don't know if it's super dashable. If it's super dashable, he might have the same issue Vegeta's gonna have,
Okay.
which is keeping somebody pinned down with it.
Or they might just not have a lot of block
Block
stun.
stun, yeah. So I mean, overall, I think he's a solid character. He has different. His specific routes are very similar to how Brawly has specific routes. So it's not as difficult, and you're not going to be as limited in a sense where you need to rely on your assist. But he can do stuff by himself. But you're going to see the most damage is probably going to be later in the future where he needs assist to really kind of increase what he's great at.
Okay. I feel like in the air, he suffers on the his top, the top angles. If he's looking right, his top right area is I feel is very vulnerable considering his buttons kind of seem to be on a downward type of angle, so you're never getting anything above you.
Exactly.
While as other characters seem to be able to, unless you just get an insane command grab. I like strange characters. It's almost like he's kind of specialist at that end, and I am very much a fan of specialist characters because they take a little love. They might not have all the tools there, but you kind of get a flow. Once you kind of develop your flow with them, they kind of become. That's almost as devastating as a top tier character because at that point you got character unfamiliarity by your opponent, so you kind of have an edge on them.
Yeah.
But I do not doubt that both these characters are going to get played like crazy when they drop. I don't know if we got an actual release yet off of that. Let me double check.
Supposedly, we're supposed to be getting them tomorrow, the 31st.
Tomorrow?
I believe it was set to be tomorrow, set for tomorrow.
Really?
Last time I checked, I thought that's what it was.
I'm going to have to double check that. We'll check our facts on
Yeah.
that one.
But I will say one thing is I think that these characters definitely fit the game because right now the name of the game is how long can you keep somebody in block pressure and open them up.
Oh,
and
shit, they did say 31st. Sorry. Yeah, you're right.
And I think that between these two characters, they both do the same thing. They pressure people.
Mm-hmm.
They make it very scary to press a button. But I think the only difference is where these characters get placed. I definitely see Vegito Blue being mainly on point.
Yeah.
I could see him being maybe second. But I see Zamasu,
That's kind of both.
point, and anchor. I
Anchor?
think he's a very strong point character.
Yeah,
Looks
like
it.
with that super by himself, with Spark, like if you can, like I haven't seen anything about overhead, like how well he can, if he can, like can you fly on fly into a
that's what
confirm?
we're
Like that's a
looking
big
forward to.
thing. That's an easy one. If you can fly on fly, like from an overhead to and confirm from that, yes, very dangerous. Because then we will start getting closer to that X-Men character that we all know and love and want to deal with for another however many years.
So sad.
I just can't wait. There's gonna be a mod for that. Instantly calling right now.
Okay.
If it comes out tomorrow, I want to say by next show we'll have a mod of Magneto with Zamasu.
My thing is this. If we get this mod, please make it talk. Please make it talk. Use his mouth.
Oh, that's
with Magneto voice,
that's-
everything.
oh,
I don't
you-
need Zamasu's voice. Just give me
okay.
Magneto's
You
voice.
just want Magneto all the way.
I just want when he hits you with like he could call out the damn super with 1,000,000 bolts and just be like gravity squeeze. I don't even care. You know
That'd be kind of sick.
or even when he does his jab string, the light.
No,
right?
but when it's all the fireballs, it has to be magnetic Tempest. Remember,
Oh, yeah,
Tempest is the one where he shoots out all that.
I mean but when he grabs you, when he does the grab,
yeah,
the auto
gravity,
combo,
gravity squeeze. should be
gravity
cool.
squeeze. That's all I want to say.
That'd be sick. So yeah, that actually is gonna do it for Dragon Ball Fighters tomorrow. So seems like it's gonna be release day then. Hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy that DLC. I know I will be playing it. I'm gonna pick up Vegito Blue from the get-go because I just like him, like this
I
style.
like Zamasu.
But the thing that was funny about it, like they almost like the way, like I said, it seems like Vegito might like because his 2H isn't like
it's not what
good.
we thought it was.
It's not what we thought it was. It's kind of a betting game to get the sword out, and like if you whiff that, you kind of like you're stuck recovering. But Zamasu looked like he kind of is good at that range. So it's like, are they supposed? But Vegito
to
looked
counter
like he
each
has
other.
ground control. So I think
Yeah.
that's the whole point. Is like the dynamic is that
yeah.
they're gonna counter each other, like to an
Yeah.
extent. So
I like it.
That's
I
what
like
it
it.
seems like to me. So
And they did say there's a possibility, the way things are going, we might have 2 more characters before Evo.
Oh yeah, like
So
remember there was
that's-
the whole leak and stuff seems to be confirmed, not confirmed, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
doing pretty well. There's been some rather good like calls and confirms from that, and I just said no confirms, but like I mean,
Yeah.
the way it was laid out, it seems to be telling the truth. So we should hopefully get 17
17
and cooler, right? Those are the two.
I mean, it's still fine. I'm okay with it. I mean, they're saving that second pack with Jiren and all of them.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really all it is.
That's really what's going to go down. So besides that, Injustice 2 got some love as well. If you happen to watch the Combo Breaker stream, by the end of the Injustice stream, we got to see that the War of the Gods Season 3 has been announced. So War of the Gods is the online-only tournament. Well, yeah, online-only tournament until the finals that anyone can sign up for. You can sign up
awesome.
for it. I can sign up for it. Our producer back there can sign up for it. You guys can sign up for it. And it's actually already available now on the Smash GG. And you can check out, you can actually just already check out the Smash GG page, which top it, with all the rules, the circuit events, previous winners. Samij currently the reigning champ.
Too many points.
Yeah, he was up 600 points on the first season. Now he was only up about 550. I mean, still pretty solid regardless. And then you can see the attendees so far that are registering. If you guys haven't had a chance
Did you
yet to
notice
get your
Noble's
Injustice
just
on.
taking over?
Oh yeah,
the
Noble
whole-
got a top 3 in the last. The last 2. No, they had top 2 in the last 2.
Real quick, I just want to state, everybody's doing gauntlets now, man. What the hell?
Hey, it's
Or
a
the
good
gods or the
circuit. I
gauntlet.
mean, it's understandable. It's everyone can, it's accessible for everyone to do, especially online. So, I mean, why not? The cool thing about it is, of course, that Injustice Circuit is still live. The bad thing is, I mean, that means there's still plenty of life in it competitively. The bad thing is we didn't get an MK11
Yeah.
release or
I mean-
announcement, which is understandable because something like that they will most likely do at E3 versus Combo Breaker, but it would have been cool if they at least like hinted at it.
Didn't he say he wanted to reboot the system though? I thought he wanted to reboot the system this time around.
On Twitter, Bud Boone said that.
Yeah, I thought he did at one point. Like, I mean, it's been a while because he hasn't been tweeting much, but like I thought a while back he said he wanted to try to reboot the system at one point.
Like the entire battle system for Mortal
No,
Kombat.
just like the characters, like brand new set of characters.
Oh,
Which I think it's about that time. It is about that time.
I like the arc where MK is at because they made, since 9 they basically retold 1 through 3, and then from there they then started kind of 4 kind of was in there too, and then they like remixed it from there, like they got rid of Deadly Alliance, Armageddon,
Yeah, they just shifted out. And
all those other ones, and then like rewrote it to like a better story, and of course they raised the bar when it came to storytelling in fighting games when that happened.
So I guess they're starting
MKX
over.
then like took it, added, kind of like the trend that we're seeing a lot in the game industry where characters have gotten older, these characters that have been around for so long.
Yeah.
Most recently things like God of War did it.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
MKX was like that example of that.
if they're old, let them be old. Bring in the new cast now.
They did. Well, MKX was the beginning of that.
I need children.
But what?
Like, I need the children of them, of their kids, like their nephews, nieces.
Oh,
I need all that.
You're
man.
trying to go like the Kung Lao line.
Yeah,
like
I want that route. Like, give
That's,
me Liu
that takes
Kang's younger brothers.
That takes a while. Well, remember, Liu Kang's brother died in the movie, so.
Well, I mean, he had a secret kid.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to an MK11XI, whatever they want to call it. Can't use XL, which is kind of funny because they kind of use that a lot in marketing during X. So like when we get to that point,
how about just Mortal Kombat?
No, fuck that. No, fuck that. They
done
did
with-
that with 9. Remember, 9 was just Mortal Kombat and
Yeah.
confused everybody. I was like, this game came out in the 80s.
It's like Rambo.
Yeah, no, we don't. I hate those naming schemes in video games and in movies where they just like get rid of the number and they just like give you the title. It's like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like Rambo what? First Blood Part 3? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, War of the Gods has been announced. I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, it's free entry for anybody. There's no reason for you not to play. If you're an Injustice fan, go and play it. I don't know. Maybe I'll throw my hat in there.
I'll watch.
That'd be fun.
I'm done.
So Street Fighter V as well. We got, of course, the big announcement, but that'll be in a second.
Yeah.
Until then, we have new costumes that are releasing June 26th, which is the professional costumes.
Yeah, I like them. They're okay.
So we got Karen. We've got Vega,
Matador.
which she had a Matador outfit in 4 as well. And
I
then we
mean,
got Zeku.
We're just rehashing out shit that we
Right now,
had.
E-Honda players are just like crying because it's as close as you've gotten to E-Honda
you
in Street
noticed
Fighter
the-
5. You got the face paint and everything, and it's just like,
Yeah, that's messed up.
is Kyle here? No, I can't make fun of him right now. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that next.
I just
I'll do
think
that
it's
next time.
like they're kind of rehashing back stuff that they've already had. It's kind of
They just need to come up with costume packs. Like, I liked how they were doing themed costumes,
Yeah.
but I didn't like how they were only doing themed costumes for like a couple characters. It should be the whole cast.
Yeah,
Street
like
Fighter 4 did it right.
exactly.
The animal pack happened. Everyone had a dope animal skin. What's
Except
it
for when they
called?
did like the Femme Fatal ones and stuff like that. Then
Yeah,
that was like
yeah,
more
yeah.
specific, but like
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean
they had-
that's all right. They had like the Shoto pack or the Brawler pack. They had the military pack or something like that. That's fine. But everyone, like for the most part, had like a theme costume that everyone wore, and it was like it just made sense. And plus, it was cheaper. Like you'd get the whole cast for like one costume
Yeah.
pack or something
I
like
mean,
that.
make a bundle where it's all like $80 or
They
something.
did that
DOA
recently
did.
where they had a sale, I think, for like most of the DLC, but it's far
Yeah.
few in between for me. But these packs look good. So I thought I said 26th, 29th.
Yeah.
Wait,
So-
that's yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, that was yesterday. So they're live now. They're live now.
Go get them.
Go get them. If they're one of those are your main, go get them.
I don't know why, but go get them, I guess. The Knot would be my main if I played this game.
So speaking of mains,
Yo, let me put my hat on tighter right now.
Yeah,
Because my man is.
he's back. So Combo Breaker once again, a weekend full of announcements of hype between matches, and then of course when Street Fighter V was done, the announcement was made that the ruffian himself, the vigilante, the Metro City unsung hero,
Yo,
Levi's jean model from
Yo,
the
man,
80s.
AKA I used to wrestle too.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
was it him?
No, dude, it's just who's playing.
Oh, you're talking about who's playing? I'm about to say, like, no. All right, so Cody's been announced, and if you had the chance to actually check out the trailer, we got to see it actually being played out by Kenny Omega,
Which
who
is
was
So
known
wild.
in the scene, known fan of Cody. It's his favorite character. In 4 is who he played. And now they actually, Capcom decided to do kind of fun production and actually have him cosplay him or actually act him out. And his new getup, slick back hair, to a reminiscent of like the Final Fight intro when Hagar had to do it. And also, fun fact, I'm pretty sure that's Xavier Woods on the other side of that phone actually doing the voices.
That's what we were thinking.
People were stating that.
So
So Cody got announced, and I've got so much to talk about this because I used to main him in 4.
I got some things to talk about
but-
too after the anniversary edition that we saw some things.
But right off the bat, we got the ruffian kicks. You can already tell we have the slides. We got a couple of new moves as well, and some moves that we expected to still be in, but now they've kind of gotten a little bit of a mix. Some target combos are being shown in the trailer as well. He's got juggle potential. Those are just like quick things I just like noticed right off the bat. And of course, we got our V-Trigger demo, which a lot of people are wondering what it is. And being from Final Fight, a beat 'em up, you use a lot of pipes, you use knives, you eat turkeys from trash cans, you don't care. It's a rough life.
And it looks like he can't drop his knife this time.
No, because V-Trigger 1 is going to be his knife, and then V-Trigger 2 is the one that
That's my
got the
favorite.
crowd trip out because the legendary pipe,
Bro, the pipe.
has been passed down from Hagar to Cody with some new tricks as well. As you can see now, he has like a weird rock like projectile he can get in between. So we're already talking mix-up potential there. So we're going to do a quick breakdown as to what we actually see in the trailer, like what our impressions are. My man's looking like straight Head and Shoulders like commercial right now. Like he's been in jail a little too long. He's a little flamboyant right now. I'm wondering why that is.
Man's trading his wrench for a pipe.
Yeah, he did have the wrench. You're right.
He had the wrench. He took the pipe off and then threw the wrench away.
And this is the first time he's also not had the handcuffs. Like in Street Fighter history, Cody is one of 3 characters that have always like, limited themselves when it comes to fighting.
Yes.
The first one being Akuma, the second one being Oro, tying his arm up, and Cody always having handcuffs on, even though he could always take them off. He never did.
And supposedly they said he was one of the strongest if he was actually not restraining himself.
Who, Cody?
Yeah.
I thought it was Oro is the one that
based
said
off of
that.
lore,
Oh,
they're
okay.
saying Cody is like handicapping himself by fighting.
Because
strictly
I feel
with
like
the-
I think he said like the fights get done too quickly or something like that.
that's
All right.
that's pretty smart.
So, quick breakdown of the trailer. We got to see, firsthand that the knife, first of all, is not a pickup like item like it used to be in 4. In 4, when the match started, homage to Final Fight, a.k.a. Street Fighter 89, you used to have to pick up the knife, and then as soon as you picked up the knife, your normal A became better, but in the trade-off that if you had the block or got hit, you dropped the knife anyway. So then you're back to your regular kit.
and picking it up used to have
And picking
some,
it up,
had some time.
It usually takes some time. You have to make a certain setup, a certain hard knockdown in order for you to get it. So that way you wouldn't get punished. Because it used to be you picked it up, you would almost get punished almost anywhere in the screen. They had to by the end of Street Fighter 4, that was fixed, so it became more viable. And also the amount of how far you had to be from it got shortened.Got further away, so that way you can pick it up. You don't have to be on top of it. You can be like a good couple steps and then still pick it up. So, but there was still glitches. You remember if he threw the knife at full screen. If you were in Street Fighter 4 and he threw the knife from full screen as a projectile, because he used to do that, it replaced the rocks.
Yeah, I remember that.
And your opponent got hit by it, you could cancel this Ultra, which his Ultra was just a short range move, and the
yeah, I
knife would
remember that,
count
yeah.
and the Ultra would go through, which was so stupid. But they kept it in. It stayed in.
He's a good character.
I'm wondering, he was not a good character. He was actually,
Hey,
he was,
talk to BJ Unchained about that.
but he
put in work.
he had to work his ass off to fight
That's
Sagat, and it was Bonchan to boot, so that was kind of ridiculous.
I mean,
But
yeah.
right off the bat, he does look like his standing short is still there, which is like a quick shin hitting one. It's rather fast, and then we see looks like a target combo almost, or it looks like a standing medium, like a close medium, comboing from standing light to standing medium into ruffian kick, which is still most likely that's still low, because the way ruffian kick works is the low lets him slide on the ground. It also made
So you
him
wonder if he has
projectile invulnerable. It used to give him it used to be just projectile invulnerable on that, so
So
you could just slide through. He would punish a zoner.
Are we feeling that he might have variations?
He should. He should. This should be the low version. The medium version just gives
the-
him a straight kick that's just a mid.
Okay.
And then the
other one
heavy
was a high
version
kick.
was like an anti-air. Yes, it
Yeah.
was a really good
But-
anti-air. But it was very punishable, though.
Yeah.
If
I'm
you
just curious
for
if
some
they
reason
kept
whiffed
it.
it, you would get hit in the nuts.
I'm just curious if they kept. I'm just curious if they kept it though.
Yeah, we didn't
the
see
thing.
a variation. We're gonna take another. We're gonna take another glance
I
at
mean,
it.
they always leave stuff out. Which
Yeah,
is
they
always
don't want to
nice.
show everything, but enough. This was a biggie.
Yeah.
So at a minute 4, we get to see the first signs of Capcom taking the character and kind of reworking. a part of me is like, great, because Cody did have faults, unfortunately, in Street Fighter 4.
What is
The
that?
bad thing is, well, I'll leave those. I'll leave that for the end with my impressions. But we got to see he actually has like a whirlwind kick now, not a
Yeah.
Tatsumaki. It's just like a straight whirlwind kick.
It's weird.
Like one. But he used to have that in Final Fight
Yeah.
when you had to use the move that like uses health
Uses,
to
like,
kind of get
A
a bunch.
plus B or
Yeah,
some
yeah, you use them at the
nonsense.
same time and he would do it. It was a crowd control, like get off me move. So now he has it. And it's one that like blows up the actual cross ups. As you can see, like in the actual trailer itself, Zeku goes and jumps over for a cross up, and the hitbox either that was an auto corrected one and it hits
Yeah.
forward first, or he actually
Because it
play,
looked like he turned around first. and
yeah,
then-
he might have. So like when a second guess, a second glance, it might have been that. But I'm hoping it's just a full on. No, it
Oh, it
looked
looked like
it
it
looked like he was
used it.
still looking
Yeah.
on the left. So it could be a complete 360 or a 180 hitbox where it's going to
So
be in the
just-
front and in the back, which it should be that way. Like
Yeah.
it hits all the way around. So and then we get
I'm
hit.
not okay with that.
Yeah, this is the part where it kind of now starts shifting. I went from like hype to like I'm getting a little worried.
'Cause it's-
not like in a total bad sense, but me as picking up this
I got it.
character again. So
That's normal. EX will be probably the Cyclone.
maybe I don't know.
Because I mean, think about this.
because the
the way
super is criminal upper now. So Cody now actually has a projectile in this game. Cody's only been in 2 games, Alpha 3 and Street Fighter 4. And both times his kit has been pretty much the same, because Alpha 3 is when he started, and 4 they
Yeah.
just basically ported that over into what, in the 3D Street Fighter. Criminal upper was his go-to move. It was he does a punch, he creates a tornado in front of him. There's a light, medium, and heavy version, and it would eat projectiles. It was good, and it was solid damage. It was multiple hitting. So in Street Fighter 4, it was a great like armor breaker. It was good to it was the only thing you kind of had besides like rocks to
Jab,
kind of
jab.
get jab to fierce, one frame link fierce into that. Solid damage. Now it's a straight projectile. He got rid of the rocks. He's not playing dirty. So he's not throwing crack rocks. He's just like throwing little whirlwinds.
So
I not much else to really talk about that in that sense. I don't know how fast. Like it doesn't seem like too fast. That could have been the slow version
Yeah.
or the heavy version actually.
I hope it's bigger.
The EX.
Not even the EX, just like the versions. I hope it's bigger, but
it-
go shorter distance.
It's funny. It's just like it looks just like Rashid's projectile, just like
Just
going
going for-
straight instead of
well,
going up.
The turnaround kick looked just like Gao's stand heavy kick.
Standing
I mean,
heavy
the one
kick.
where he not the upside down kick. Actually, it's like upside down kick, but
It's
right
like,
side up.
Yeah.
I don't
Right
know,
side-
man. I
not
mean,
upside down, but right side up.
I'm gonna let it slide because they are trying to rework the character the best to their knowledge and the way they think he should play now.
yeah.
Which I'm okay with.
Like some
but-
like some characters, he's not the first one that he's had a kit reworked to the point that it's almost like you can't recognize them.
I mean, Jerry was reworked pretty much.
That's gonna be my main point once we're done breaking this
Yeah.
down. But so past the actual projectile, we got to see his V reversal, which is basically like a flash kick, but instead of straight 180, he's like kind of like 175 in
I
it.
wonder if that's homage to Guy because Guy used to do the step kick and over.
Yeah,
So maybe that might
maybe
be-
he learned something from Guy. I mean, them being friends and all
Yeah.
might have been a thing. So right here is like pretty killer. We're actually seeing like the crouching medium punch to standing light right there,
That's awesome.
which is now like to double light to medium, which is supposedly another homage to Final Fights. In beat 'em ups, you get to hit like 2 to 3 times before you do some sort of combo to
Yeah.
knock the opponent away. In Final Fight, you used to do things like with Cody would be jab, jab, you turn around and look away, jab, jab, and it was an infinite, which they paid homage to again in Street Fighter 4. If you look at his Ultra, he jabs, turn around, jabs you again, and then, finishes you off. This is pretty damn close to it, more in the sense that it's like a jab, like target combo into it, and then like a grab that
That's
looks
my
like
favorite.
it finished it off.
I think that's my favorite change about him. That
Which
like, it's
once again, Final Fight. Like it is jab multiple times. You grab the enemy and hits them
Yeah,
away.
get
It's
away
just
or
built
throw
into
'em,
that
yeah.
system. So they're like really, really paying homage to that, like hardcore, which is like great because it's supposed to be, I guess, maybe Cody going back to his roots of like how it used to be when he saved the city and was the
Yeah.
hero and before he was a ruffian, which is pretty dope.
so
that
that's interesting there because right here you'll see that he gets the overhead that
it isn't.
Hager has.
Yes,
I would
yeah.
imagine
Yeah,
it's
you know
overhead,
what's
yeah.
funny?
That's Hager's
I
moves.
did not notice that was
Yeah.
actually
So
like
that's where he
the.
goes,
Yeah, he kind of puts his
because
palms
usually he
together
would
and
do
knocks you with
the
it.
big swing up and then
Yes,
over.
that was his crouching fierce where he did the same, but he did up, which was a great anti-air. It was a great the equivalent to what Crush Counter was, in 4, where you would, if they were trying to throw tech, you would blow it up with like a close range normal. Yeah, it looks like that's an overhead potentially. And instead of the what is it? Hammer, what is it? Hammer fist or something.
The one where you used to go.
He
like
literally
this.
would he would extend really far and get 2 hits, but you couldn't
Yeah.
confirm off it. It was just like
That was it.
it was the equivalent to Ryu's forward medium or strong. Like he would just get the 2 hits and then that's it. Like afterwards it became a game like, oh, can you tech throw? Am I gonna crouching jab or crouching forward you now? Like, it was one of those situations. So he might have that back, which is pretty dope. And it looks like it hits the opponent rather far too. Like where it started at, he was about half a character away when he did it, and then Zeku looked like he got pushed back almost a full character.
Yeah. Which would probably be really good for keeping it safe.
Yeah, so he has a variation on his jumping strong as well. But the main thing about that to take away is that there's juggle mechanics now. So we're a little essence of M. Bison jumping, medium into scissor kick, EX scissor kick or EX
They're
super,
hiding
EX super or just super or something like that.
In my opinion, wait, what was that?
I'm not really sure what the kick is afterwards that he juggles with, because it looks like it could be ruffian kick, heavy maybe, but it's really low.
Maybe
it was very low, but then he's canceling it into looks like some sort
Zonk.
of fierce or a zonk maybe.
That's the only thing I can think it is, because nobody was thinking whether he would have zonk or not, because it is more of a scumbag move.
It's not a scumbag move.
Are you serious?
So the history of Zonk Knuckle was in Alpha 3, you couldn't throw fireballs at Cody for free. Cody's been around the block, right? He's been in these streets. So he sees a fireball in Alpha 3, he would just it was an auto. I think
it was chip him out.
It was either an auto or you had to press forward, and he would just.
We found it out last night actually.
He would pivot.
Just hold back.
It's just hold back, and he just dodges it, right? Yeah. So Cody would just dodge the fireball. He's he knew somebody in Tekken was there's a third dimension. I'm just gonna step this way.
He takes it another level. I just want you guys to know, Cody dodges anything, even DPs.
Oh yeah, he can. Yeah,
everything.
He knows how to bob and weave, right? He's from the
bob and weave.
He
steps off the
It's
screen.
not Streets of Rage. It's Final Fight, right?
He's playing KOF.
Yeah.
When they had the dodge mechanic.
Yeah, exactly. So Zonk in 4 was you had to charge, you had to give up a punch button, kind of like Balrog when it comes to turn out punch. You had to depending on how long you hold it or whatever, but you would not have access to that button. You can hold the punch button and then let go. When you let go, he becomes upper body invo to projectiles and to even regular moves.
Yeah.
And then would just hit you. Extremely unsafe. EX, you had to EX and then the FADC backwards in order to be safe. So it was 3 bars. So it was one of those all or nothing. If you press the button, you're about to get mollywopped. If not, I'm about to get eaten.
Usually regular Zonk he can go into Ultra. That I do, or Super. I think it was Super, right?
You had the FADC it.
Oh, yeah.
You had to, and I think it had to be EX actually, because remember you had to have 2 hits on a move to FADC. Zonk normal was only 1, EX was 2. So you still needed 3 bars into Ultra to kind of capitalize off it. You see why now he had a great kit, but he had too many dependencies on meter, and a lot of the ways he got in were very unsafe. So
and this game definitely isn't really super meter dependent.
We're not seeing a lot of EX in the actual trailer itself. So yeah, and then we got of course the V trigger show off. So V trigger 1 being the knife. Now he has access to, his moveset now becomes different. He's going to most likely have more range. He might even chip more. Most likely he does, because in 4 it was the same. He would do chip. His normals would do chip. Normals don't normally do chip, even though in this game they do. He might do even more than your average amount of chip.
To think about.
Yeah. So we've got, some ranges. He can throw it, and you get juggle out of it. But it looks like he gets rid of it, though, right afterwards. Because once he threw the knife, you didn't see it back.
So I'm curious if this V-trigger is kind of like Necalli's a little bit. If you throw, keep it in mind. So, it's an infinite bar for it. Think of it that way. But I don't think it is. But infinite bar. If he throws it, the bar goes back to 0.
Or you think it'll just take a chunk, kind of like Cammy.
Either that, or it'll just be 1 bar.
Oh, okay.
He'll do whatever he wants with it.
That's a lot though. To get rid of your entire V bar just to get 1 juggle.
They never show him. Say he just does a regular stab, right?
Yeah.
Nothing goes down. It's just like Necalli's just full.
Okay.
But let's say he blocks something, goes away. I mean, if he gets hit.
Yeah, so you're trying to pull some of how they treated him in 4 kind of deal.
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay. Well, so yeah, on top of that, you saw, he's got the stabby. He's got looks like what it seems like a Rekka with the knife, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if you can juggle afterwards, but now we actually got to see an EX of
Yeah.
it's snuck in there, but that looks like it was an EX. Criminal upper. So that's the projectile, which you
it
can
didn't
then.
look like it was a
So then
hurricane,
to
though, so-
crouching jab into it looks like Zonk, and then from Zonk he then cancels
triggers
into V
two.
trigger 2.
That's a lot of weird stuff.
Still, like I think he's still standing. So Zonk EX, if that is
Doesn't knock
Zonk,
down.
then it's keeping them standing. Zonk in 4, no matter what version, always knocked down, which sucked because it knocked down and like pushed them away. So it kind of like reset the neutral, and you
Yeah.
did it to yourself like rather early,
different
or
breed
you
of
know.
the game, so
Yeah,
which
yeah.
makes sense now.
So Dirty Coach is what V Trigger 2 is called, which I dig. So he's got the pipe, which he continues to go into EX. So that was actually a very extended combo. Juggle mechanics, of course. Now we got batter up. What it seems like he's got rocks. That armor
Multiple
break.
hits. I think that
so
was
it's multiple.
4 or 5 hits.
However many you need to break Abigail's armor is +1. So that looked
I think
like
it was
3.
three.
It looked like 3. It was 3 + 1, so it might be a 4 hitting projectile. But as you saw, the startup on it is
And it
very,
pushed
very
back
long.
really far.
Yeah,
too.
if you get hit with it, you're going back. Like, yeah.
It looks like he might have time to set something up too, because
Potentially a command grab as well, considering that isn't what we saw earlier when they showcase his grab. You know, he puts you up in the air and then you're a bat.
and you come right back to him.
And I'm pretty sure that's definitely a wall bounce. So it's a juggle. Unless, let me see.
So it looks
I
like
don't
he
know.
has
Actually,
recovery.
no. Yeah, never mind. That's
So
not a juggle.
maybe he didn't EX
hard,
it.
hard knockdown into, like, it could give you a hard knockdown
Oh,
into a
for
mix
the-
up.
That's probably what it is.
Into
The
maybe.
little throw up.
Yeah,
rock
we're not
thing.
really sure. So sweep being crush counter, pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Canceling sweep into
That's
into
gonna
the
be
into the mix
good.
up central. So he gets to bring up a rock, hit it in the sky.
Oh,
has
overhead.
an overhead. That is definitely an overhead. So right there, you're talking maybe a potential 50-50 or a throw,
And then something
and
else.
then a rock. So very much like the Ibuki V2.
Yeah.
You throw the shuriken. You know, okay, they got hit in block stun. It's off screen. I'm in plus, but now you also have to worry about the shuriken coming back.
Very
so now you have that
Colleen-esque.
gap in between.
It looks very Colleen-esque. Like
That too.
A lot of
That
that. But
too.
like, I think he has a lot of solid tools, and another Zonk there.
Yep.
Into just a regular
Right into
pipe.
super, which is then giving him a huge. Basically, he summons Rashid, and he's like, "Yo, homie,
Yeah.
right here."
Which it's
Let's
just
go up.
it's a little taken back. A lot of people weren't happy. A lot of people were great and happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just like a mixed pool until he comes out.
Yeah.
You can't really be able to say much.
So my big thing about him, by the way, look, my man just flips the hair in the back, like, "Yeah, I'm a model. Levi's,
Did
call
they
me."
really have to use that coloring?
I know, right? Like Head and Shoulders. So all right, final impressions of Cody. I know I feel like I've been ranting on it, but it's who I played, so I really had to dissect how he was gonna be because, you know, to get the character you played before, like come into like say the newest game, the hottest game, like you get excited because you're like, yes, like boys, I'm back. You know,
Exactly.
you kind of get hype over it, right? So you instantly start looking back. You know, if their play style is similar, then you can kind of jump on it. It's like a bike; you don't forget, and then you get to learn some more, get to see what new things they can do. They could be better, or they could be worse. In my impressions here, I don't think I think he's better, but he's very different. Like as soon as I saw the trailer, I instantly tweeted, I'm like, Capcom gave Cody the Jury treatment. Where Jury, when she got dropped in Street Fighter V, her kit changed massively. Like
Vastly.
her normals to the extent were the same, but her kit, her game style, the way she played, kind of just got reworked because either they decided, they wanted to bring her in and went, oh, her kit, like we can't make her work in this particular system because Focus isn't in it.
We can't give her EX dive kick. Cammy already has.
Yes,
it. It'll be the
exactly. Like,
same.
they had to kind of flip the script on it to the point that, like, Jury Mains, when she dropped, were like, who the hell is this? Some stuck with her. That's fine. Some didn't. It's okay. It happens. Unfortunately, I thought they would learn. I mean, I know it takes a while for characters to get, like, put together, when they design it and develop them. But, like, they had to have, like, gotten that feedback and been like,
Too different.
maybe, yeah, like.
I mean,
I'm excited that Cody's in it, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna play him. But I'm like so like
Are you gonna enjoy
I
it?
know I have to start from scratch.
That's how I
'cause-
felt when I picked up Jury, and I was like, I'm not sure this is okay.
Yeah, even when I played
Yeah.
her when she dropped 2, and I'm like, damn, this is a very different character because now it's like it's no longer I'm storing 3 different projectiles for different situations. I'm storing 3 different moves to then be able to play at certain points. no dive kick, no overhead, no feng shui into it like what her style was. Cody was like a frame trap monster in 4. A lot of his moves left him in a plus that, like, if you decided to press a button, you were just going to get a fist to your mouth. That was like how he worked, and he had big damage. Now here, projectile heavy, he's very combo heavy, which I'm like, that's cool. That work, damage is going to be more consistent. The V triggers are different. It feels like it might give him 2 different kinds of playstyle, which is good. It makes him versatile, makes him flexible, which means he could be more viable. Which, like I said, I'm on one part, I'm stoked for it. But on the other part, I'm like, damn, like you still have that nostalgia for it, right? Yeah, you still want your criminal uppers, I want the fierce to fierce to fierce. Like you get like 3 fierces in one combo before you can criminal upper to fierce.
Man, that was when
I know
that would have been like something like that would be considered a 1-frame link. Nowadays, it'd be like 5 frames, and we're like, oh
yeah, it was like fierce to fierce into crouching jab or crouching medium 1-frame plink into criminal upper. Like,
things are different,
now it's
sadly.
like, now he's like, looks like he can zone from really far away. He's not throwing rocks. Zonk might not be the same. It might be. We're not sure yet. It's still there's a lot of uncertainties. But just first impressions, I'm like, damn, they really gave him a rework.
I want to say I want people to give him a try. I want them to give him a chance to breathe in a new environment, new game. I think it's something that this game needs.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a fresh breath of air? Maybe. But from what I've heard, people are like, I'm cool with it. He looks interesting. He looks different. He looks like Cody, but just story-based. I feel like that's what's happening here is the game is being more story-driven than we intended to originally. If you look back, Ryu is still Ryu. Nothing really changed.
Yep.
He lost some of his moves at one point.
Yeah.
And he got them back.
Yeah.
So it's like
The
how much
donkey
of
kick.
story just look at Blanca. Blanca's
Yeah,
just everywhere.
Blanca's
But
all kinds
very
of.
much
I haven't
more
seen Blanca
himself.
seem this nutty since like CVS too. But yeah, so Cody June 26th release. So in time for Evo.
Yes.
In time for
not
CEO though.
not
right?
CEO,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I think that's actually CEO weekend, isn't it?
I think.
I feel like it might be. But yeah, it's too close. So
Yeah, he even stated he was like, man, I really want to see Kenny Omega bust some people up with him.
considering they're having the whole New Japan wrestling going on over there, so it would have worked out very well. But yeah, that's Cody, man. Oh, so there is a playable build. You can play him at E3 as well.
Yes.
E3 being before the 26th. I think it's in a couple weeks.
I think so.
So playable build of Cody then. So we should see somebody with a handy cam. Born Free maybe. He's going to be out there
hopefully
filming it up.
I'm hoping to just see all his moveset properly done.
Yeah,
So we're definitely going to get that.
Yeah, we're going to see it somewhere up there.
Vesper Arcade. I'm already looking forward to them probably doing
Yeah,
it. So.
shout outs to those guys. But yeah, that's Cody, man. Like, I'm stoked once again. I'm gonna play him regardless. It's crazy that they gave him such a rework. A lot of homages to those older games, which is really cool. But we'll see where he stands when June 26th happens.
Yeah.
And with that gives us a closer to the fighters' corner, to the final fight corner.
I felt like that was way more stuff than
Yeah,
we
I
thought.
talked a lot. Sorry about that
all
rant,
right.
guys. But like, when it's
Cody's
your character,
out.
when it was your character, like,
Yeah.
it brings a lot out. That brings us to the randoms of the FGC, when we're going to talk about what's going on behind the scenes, the talk of the town around the water cooler. And first off is 30th anniversary for Street Fighter, Third Strike.
Yeah.
Early reports were like it's really good. It's like the best port,
Yeah.
that they've seen so far for when it comes to an arcade scene.
Coming from the
but,
arcade.
But then we hear one input delay is like a thing.
Yeah, so
But
supposedly, it's so minor.
Yeah, it's
like
I don't think
second
it really
players were like
matters.
5 frames.
yeah,
7
like it
frames,
isn't
what are you
that
doing?
bad.
I think
I mean.
I did talk with like Kyle. And
Yeah,
some
I was
other
gonna say
people.
I instantly started grinding, because you guys you have your sessions, dumpling sessions and stuff. So I know a lot of people going out there to play, and Kyle being the old man of games over here. By the way, if you ever beat Kyle in the first of 5 at this venue here, you get free venue for the rest of the day.
Damn.
Yeah, that's an actual promo. In the old games.
Just don't challenge him to turbo. You just
Turbo. That's
ST, you just ask
just
for
a
it.
sucker bet. Sorry, guys. He's ridiculous. But yeah, he said like that he could feel it, but it's nothing that extraordinary.
Yeah.
Like it isn't so much that it's a game killer,
It's like, oh god.
but it's
I
just
can't
that it
try.
exists. That's all. I mean,
Yeah.
Marvel had Street Fighter 5 had 8 frames. It was that whole 8-frame
You
fiasco.
almost want to say 9, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like 8.
I mean,
5 was 4, I think.
Yeah.
Like 4 had
4.
like 5 frames of.
But here's my
of
thing.
delay.
that's still going to be tournament viable. From what people are saying, he said, even Kyle said, it feels really like this might be the best import for for tournament viability. Instead of us having to wheel out an arcade machine 24/7, have to do all this intricate stuff for streaming it or whatnot. But I think the biggest thing that he at least told me about the 30th anniversary is more or less the online sucks.
Yeah, the online is just like, I don't know how. Want some water there, buddy? You all right? All right, okay. I don't know how Capcom kind of like screwed the pooch so hard when it came to like the online. Not even just the online. I'm hearing a lot of the interface issues. That infamous Maximilian video of him trying to press start, or rather, press start on the arcade on an actual stick that doesn't have a touchpad was a fiasco. Then I started seeing like there's like a rock paper scissors in the lobby for what game to play. So you could be like, yeah, I want to play Super Turbo, and then the other person's like, I want to play Alpha 3. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, Alpha 3, and you're like, well, I guess I'm playing Alpha 3. Like, I think it's funny, but I'm like, that sucks because I'm like, I don't want to. Yeah, that should be a mode. I don't want that to be the regular thing. I want to play Super Turbo.
So I really have to, like, what if somebody wants to play? Oh, might I add, I watched it for the first time, like, live. Okay, so here's my thing. I don't mind playing a game, but if I watch something on the computer, I'm like, that looks bad, right? Or that looks good. I watched people play at my session. Kyle and Plural played old Street Fighter 1, like Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Ryuken, nothing else.
Because there was nothing
that game
else.
is trash.
It is.
If somebody ever put me in that mix-up, said rock, paper, scissors, and they won, I'd be like this, turn off the console.
Yeah, instant disconnect. Oh, no, and it happens. People just get salty that they're not playing the game, and you'll see disconnects. But then, like, they'll disconnect, and then you go back to the lobby, and then all of a sudden they're, like, in a match by themselves, still connected. So, like, the game has, like, some issues, some day one issues that hopefully a patch will remediate real quick. But besides that, like, the game itself, it looks fun.
I love how fluid it is to get to one game to another.
Yeah, that like, there's no start screen, there's no select mode. It's just like, bam, we're at the character select screen. That's it. Like,
I love that, but I have one problem with it because we saw it last night was there was no win quotes. There was no, like, rematch button that, like, actually had the music from before. Yeah. So we're missing some things. It's refined, but it's refined to the point where you're like,
where's like a little bit of the soul.
Yeah.
Well, no, not just Third Strike, excuse me. 30th anniversary is out right now. People are playing it. I'm pretty sure it's actually a setup behind us.
Yeah, no, they're definitely
grinding it out there. I'll definitely get on some ST. So besides that, CEO numbers currently, as of let me see, so registration prices are going up in 2 days. So this is still pre-reg, and it's going to close on the 19th. Bailey tweeted this out. DB Fighters is currently number 1. Again,
not surprised.
Over Combo Breaker, they killed it. Smash we use actually on second, which is not.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I keep forgetting Florida. There's a prevalent Smash scene out there. And then Jabali himself also doing Dreamland and did that Smash event.
Keep in mind they don't have to deal with Dreamland's done. I don't think they're doing.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing it again. But I'm saying like he did it, so anything attached to his CEO name is gonna like bring those guys in.
But something really awesome is, like, so I got to meet, like, Zero and all of them that came through for the last CEO. The thing is, this time around, one thing that's important about Smash is they always get the main stage.
Yeah.
Now, if you see, Melee's got, like, 4th.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much main stage time they're going to get or if they even are going to get it. But I do know one thing is Smash, because of everything going on with the Switch version.
Yes. Which, by the way, E3 is coming up. So June 12th is when we're doing the Invitational.
Yeah.
So those numbers, they're going up.
It's going to keep going up.
They're just going to go up now.
And plus, EVO's right around the corner. So.
Yep, exactly. So Smash, Wii U,
number is
second.
Weird.
What?
I'm surprised
3?
where
Street Fighter 5 at 3?
Yeah.
No, it's about right. It was number 2 at Combo. Smash, like we just stated earlier, the reason it's there is because of the hype. Florida, it's got a prevalent scene. So, that combination of the timing as well. Like I said, that number's going to go up. Will it beat Fighters? I don't know.
Nah.
Dude, but like the hype behind Smash, depending on how E3 goes, Smash could well enough like beat it out because people are gonna pick it up again. They're gonna come out to play because they're gonna be hyped for the next one, and it being CEO, it's a great stage to do it on. So, so Street Fighter 5, Melee close right behind it. Tekken 7, Rev 2. This sounds. Oh no, Injustice 2 was kind of like 9th in Combo.
Yeah, well,
9th?
I'm surprised.
No.
MKX
was. Yeah, DDR at 8th over UNIST.
Well,
what's up with that?
My thing is,
Where's
DDR is here's a big thing. DDR has been repicking back up,
people playing at the break like that?
No.
Not at the break, though?
Not at the break. Just overall around the world. So they're finding that I've been seeing a lot of them traveling a lot of places. I think there's probably a new version that just dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why there's a big commotion with DDR. And I mean, CEO has enough room to do it.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, why not? Daytona, baby. It's Daytona. So, yeah, Super Turbo, Third Strike, and Eunice at the bottom. I mean,
Isn't this one of the tournaments for? This is
the 30th anniversary?
I believe this is the Turbo one.
I thought Turbo
Canada's Third Strike.
Canada is Third Strike. Okay, so this is Turbo. Because Alpha was combo. Okay.
And I do know Kyle's not going to this, so.
No. But Kyle, he qualified for Canada. He can always go there. But yeah, so CEO's looking pretty good. Like I said, reg numbers our reg prices are going to change in 2 days. So by the time you're hearing this on podcast, you got until tomorrow to register if you're going to make it out there.
Register tomorrow.
Yeah, you can just do that. Just do that.
Could do that.
So sum it up with Combo Breaker being done. We got our final 16th player that's going to be at Summit of Power. That is Fenriddy.
Yeah.
CAG. CAG. What was?
Oh, you mean CYG? Oh, that's the same. That is Cyclops. All the way through.
CY? Why? Oh, then they misspelled this. They called CAG.
Oh, it's not supposed.
So they're in the same as Go One and Degora, same team.
3 people.
Okay. All right.
All 3 and
CYG pulling it.
Yeah.
All trying to
Just
take
going
down that
ham.
Fox. That's all they want to do.
I mean,
Right now, the fact that he's in, that's crazy. KOF player.
oh, Renault? Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Reynald,
He was
KOF
playing
player,
really
KOF legend, more or less,
got
legend. He
top
won it, I think, from
32.
Wednesday Night Fights. Oh, he got top 32
I think
in combo?
top 32,
Okay.
along with top 16, I believe, or top 19 or so, was Leffen was in there too.
Yes, of course.
Like, it's really nice to see the diversity that this game is bringing.
From all the different players from these different games,
Everywhere.
right? Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's awesome to see that this is happening. So, I mean, here's what we got to understand too. This is a big pool of players. Originally at Combo Breaker, LK wasn't there. I'm pretty sure some more players weren't there. But overall, that was kind of a good show to see where people were going to kind of slightly land in future tournaments. Summit of Power, I think, is a completely different beast of its own because now you're not going through playing pools, getting tired. You're playing people at your top
Up from the
level.
get-go.
You're, most energy. So I think those numbers are going to fluctuate.
I'm wondering, if Go One going to have something on deck for Sonic because it seemed like he didn't have anything for Go Tanks. That was the big switch up that kind of got him screwed up. So
Keep in mind.
So now it's like it's like 2-1 right now, I think.
Yeah.
Like Fox beat him once in tournament.
He beat him twice.
Was it twice? Then
Yeah.
it's 2-2.
Yeah.
I think then Summit will be like the tiebreaker, really.
I think right now, Goichi is probably not going to redo his team. But if he was to, you're going to want to look for those characters like Frieza, Teen Gohan. Those are characters we've seen him play. We've seen him be very effective. And they even have a Teen Gohan over in Japan that's doing a lot of work. So I think if we see anything happen, Goichi's going to pull something out that we've never expected. Maybe we might see him play Kid Buu or something like that.
I like seeing Leffens enter 21. That was this gross.
He makes me regret
Touch
not
of
playing
Death.
that character. But
I told you she's so good. Like her neutral is so good.
We have different styles, and I
Yeah.
respect that. And I learned, like I said, I've been playing the game a lot, and I understand why he plays that character, and I love the way he plays the character. I think between out of all the Android 21s I've seen, he's my favorite right now, and he's doing exactly what I think she should have been doing from the start.
You saw him do the touch of death, right?
Oh yeah,
That was gross.
too much.
Like that was just muscle memory. As soon as he saw that hit, I'm like,
was like, oh, yeah,
he's like,
it's
you're
over.
fucking dead. Like you're dead.
Yeah. So you guys know, Leffen's secretly my favorite player for Melee. Now it's not a secret anymore.
Yeah, there you go.
But once he got picked up by TSM, I was like, man, I gotta
Oh, yeah.
eventually be on TSM.
yeah.
Eventually, and then he took my role because now he's playing Dragon Ball, so I can't say anything.
Okay. All right. We'll see. So real quick, another just a quick shout outs to the Chicago FGC Frosty Faustings 11 has been announced. It will be January 18th and 19th, 2019. New game, same price.
Have you been there?
I have not.
This is the year.
We did work with one of the founders of Frosty Faustings
This is the
earlier
year.
this year, but
Coming
I
up.
hear it's really like
I
just the
promise
spot
you,
to be at.
I had such a fun time.
Oh, that's right, you went.
I had a
That's right,
great
you
time.
went.
You guys would definitely support this. If you don't enter anything else, enter the mystery game. Enter the mystery game, you will not be upset.
There you go.
And then any of the mystery games you can play on the side later on.
I always hear good things about Faustings, really. Like, drama aside when it comes to, like, their owners or
Yeah.
organizers and stuff and whatever they're involved in, like it's still a well-run tournament. Chicago FGC apparently, they're just the
They
spot.
stick together.
They just know what to do right. So, like they said, new games. So at that time they're talking BB Tag, Flex is gonna definitely be on there. SNK Heroines will be on there. They're gonna have like everything. So
Everything.
if you want to start planning, like now's the best time. January 18th. You got. Let me see. We're in June? Yeah, you got like 6 months.
Yeah.
6 months.
I mean, the only thing that does scare me is their location, the same place as before.
they said it's 2,000 square feet bigger than where they're at now.
Oh.
So it's either
they
the
might
same
have taken-
venue or
they
they
might
might have added.
They
to
might
it.
have transitioned to a different part of. 'cause
Yeah,
there's
that's what I'm
multiple
saying.
ones over there.
Yep.
So, okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
You're fine with that?
Fine with that.
All right.
Because I want to see it do well. I love that event right now. That's one of my
Like I said,
favorite
I've heard
events.
good. I think Initial J's also been out there.
I think he was there like a year. or two
Besides
ago for
from like places like Anime Evo or See Otaku, Fostings has always been like an anime not
Oh, yeah.
central, but like our go-to spot when it comes to the anime fighting game scene. Like they
Yeah.
just they gravitate towards it. But yeah, that does it for our randoms FGC. We're now in for Mezza's hardware talk, plug and play basically. You've got some weapons of choice this week.
Yes, this is actually really cool. I'm not going to be too long on it because I don't think it needs that much time. First up is the the Magenta analog digital programmable stick. This is something that I just want to show you guys. This is scary, actually.
Yeah. So
This, did you look up?
I watched the video.
Yo,
Not only did I watch the video, I was like 4 minutes in the video, and then I bought one.
I'm on the verge.
I instantly ordered it because I was like, wow, this is sick. I need a new stick anyway. I might as well build something,
Look,
something dope. So I went and bought this. So we're going to have one here, and if I like it enough, maybe I'll buy another and we'll do a giveaway.
Guys, all I'm going to say is this. This became one of my favorite sticks. I don't normally care too much for what stick I'm playing on too often unless, like,
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just
I'm
a stick,
customizing
couple
it myself.
buttons. Like, come on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this stick allows you to see. I feel like this is controversy.
It's
it's a little
slightly.
controversy.
So, all right. So the big thing that happened is Born Free uploaded a video explaining what is it? Paradise Arcade Shop developed. So this stick, what's really cool about it is if you know anything about things like macros or programmable keys or anything like that, we actually now have this joystick that allows you to. Let me put it in perspective. Sticks usually have switches. Up, down, left, right.
Yep.
You got to click the switch or a combination of two to get your 8 directions whenever you're playing a fighting game. Now, what this thing does, it doesn't have any switches. Just like in a what's it called? An optical switch. There's
Yes.
no clicking. You're not gonna hear a click, right? Which is a good thing because now switches they don't get worn. With switches they get worn, they
which
wear
is
out, and
important.
eventually your stick you might have to change it out. There's no wear and tear on that. So what's crazy about it is that it installs to a standard JLF slot, and the software that comes along with this stick, you can hone in the degree in which you have to move the stick to get like exact inputs.
That's
so,
wild.
So you can like make your blocking, like make sure your blocking is very lenient. Like if you just shift the stick a little bit, a certain couple degrees, like or you're already in down backing mode instead of having to pull all the way to the gate.
Exactly.
Or you could have it that way where you have to pull all the way to the
Yeah,
very
yeah.
limit of the gate. So that way you know for a fact, like I have to down back with my whole elbow to make
Yeah.
sure I'm blocking. But you can tweak it to that sensitivity in every direction in any kind of combination. There's like a simple mode and an advanced mode of it. Like I said, if you check out Born Free's YouTube page, you'll see the video where he's talking about it with one of the actual founders. And he just goes into like you can develop profiles for it. So it could be like you can have a Tekken specific profile to make sure you're neutral or you can actually move like
Yeah.
not in like it doesn't have to be as
Yeah,
strict.
like
Your
you have,
neutral
like-
could be a lot better. Your blocking could be better. Or you can like make sure like your blocking is like super tight like in Dragon Ball. Like you pressed up back or you press down back
Yeah.
because you did, like or you press back and then hit down. Like you can make sure you don't get hit with a mix up that's an
Exactly.
overhead. This stick allows that precision.
This is a little scary.
It's crazy because like the first thing people thought of like when certain manufacturers come out with these really cool ideas, tournament worthy. Are they tournament worthy? Do they
Yeah.
give some sort of unfair advantage? Commando over here rocks a hitbox. You couldn't rock those in Marvel
Yeah,
because
can
you could press left and right at the same time and never have to worry about a cross up.
So full schedule.
Left, right, and down.
full
You can press
schedule,
all
yeah.
three.
Full schedule was the first person to
Like that was like one time.
bypass that.
in a certain way. He
Yeah.
had like a
He
kind
couldn't
of
use his extra button,
extra
quote,
buttons on it.
unquote.
Yes, exactly.
But
So, like I said, this stick does that where it lets you get variations on degrees of movement. Like I said, there's a simple mode, there's a very advanced mode. Now, like as soon as I saw this, I was like, holy shit, this is great because it gives you complete
Exactly.
control over like, yo, man, I swear I up back that.
And
Like,
now you
no,
can go
that
to-
overhead shouldn't have hit. I down backed, but you might not know. You actually might be off, but it might not be a fault of you. It might be
It might
either
be
your
the stick.
gate.
Yeah.
It might be the switches. It just might be the way the stick feels. Like you're just not getting that full like stoppage where you need to feel it. You can really tune this into how you just like complete. You know how you use the movement on the stick, so it's completely tuned to you. This is gonna bring out like a what's it called it's like the equivalent to like tuners
Yeah.
for cars.
The-
Manny versus automatic.
So
You know, automatic technically isn't is more efficient than manual. Back in the day, it used to be manuals were more efficient because you would get RPMs, yada yada, better RPMs, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. You had
Save
more. You had
gas.
control. That was the key. You have the most control over your car, right? This stick, like, it's funny. Like, I was like,
that.
wow, it kind of does the same. It gives me the most control I have because the software is in the stick itself. It is not game based or nothing
that's
like that. It is
scary because
hardware.
Here's why this is scary though, because like I feel this is going to bring up the controversy. When is it okay for me to? Is it only okay for me when I'm going in between games, or like because now somebody has to carry a small miniature laptop or a MacBook or something,
yeah.
and if they have to plug it
Yeah.
in, quick switch. Like I'm thinking in my head, okay, you just played me the first set, and I see you go into your laptop.
Yeah,
plug
like
some
hold
shit
on,
in
hold
it.
on, hold on. Click.
Yeah, dog, hold on.
I'd be right over there, like,
I'd
what are
be
you
like,
doing?
Yo, I'm
Hey,
like,
what is he doing?
like so you got to think when how tournament legal is this going to be, and
So-
I think there has to be standards.
No, first of all, like this is, they're not going to release a product like this without any kind of actual, like, quality testing or anything like that. There's already things built into the system to prevent, like, into the software to prevent any kind of cheating or any kind of misuse
Yeah.
of it in a competitive sense. Remember, Paradise Arcade Shop, these aren't just like
Yeah,
guys
they're
that are throwing
not-
out a
yeah.
product. These are like homegrown guys that have been in the game longer than fighting games. Like they've been in video games in general. So they've been around the block. And if you even check out the actual stick page itself, which you can get at Paradise Arcade right now, I know it's a little steep. It's $100.
Dude,
But I feel it's worth it because one, the wear and tear, so the longevity is going to be more.
Yep.
The control is going to be insane. They're quieter, so you're not going to be hearing.
I knew you were
clicks.
gonna like this.
Like,
this is the one thing
I was
knew.
like, I was so
I
mad.
gotta put this in there. I can't
saw
avoid
it. I saw it, and I was like, I'm definitely gonna check it out. And once I got in a couple minutes, and once I saw the software and how you can like change it to the degrees, I was like, I have to get one. Like I just like love the fact that you can do that. So here's the beauty part. If you look at the actual selling page, if you look at the bottom, TO reviewed and approved at Evo, Combo Breaker, CEO,
And
Philly's own Biggie Gaming, and plenty more.
So
this has been
this
vetted.
is where-
It is
this is
not
worth
a
the
like
invest.
new product that it's like, yo, it's a great idea. Come check it out. Big bang boom. That's it. No, like it's been sent out. It's been tested. It's been shown. It's been exhibitioned. It's just now hitting the marketplace for us to actually get.
Yeah.
So, I feel like that whole controversy thing has kind of been like, because I think they
it's-
learned
it's
from
resolved.
Hitbox. I
They
think
went
they
straight to
saw
them.
they
Yeah.
saw how Hitbox kind of got like, got hit with those issues when people came up with those videos. Like, look, I could just hit left, right, because technically you're getting rid of a physical limitation there. This is really just a control, a more hardware orientated thing that is just like I said, just gives you that control, which is
True.
fucking like amazing.
I really.
So I'm stoked. Mine's already in the mail.
Yo, I'm
can't
telling
wait.
you now. I already prepped. As soon as I saw it, I was like, wait, I gotta know more. So I've been learning about it, and I was like, all right, first paycheck comes in. I know I
Yeah,
gotta pay bills,
just-
but
yeah.
this is getting ordered. so
What
this is
bills
really
can be
cool.
due later? Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's gonna be paid next month.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
So yeah,
pay for rent.
So
Nah.
you do get a complete kit.
Yeah.
You don't get. I don't believe you get a ball top though, so you have to go get yourself a ball top. This is just the actual hardware and joystick
Yeah.
itself.
Which I'm
and-
surprised it still has a spring in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I thought they were going to use something else maybe because of what they had already customized inside of it.
Yeah.
Because there's no triggers. So it's just that's what I really shocked
Yeah.
me more than anything.
So it's cool. So guys like you that have like crazy tension springs on it, you can still apply it.
Exactly.
It comes with the wires and all that, so you can just throw that in.
and maybe I
there's-
may not need to anymore.
maybe not.
And that might be a big thing.
Exactly. Actually, yeah. Cat.
So-
It could defeat the purpose of you. Like, I need this spring so I
You
can
gotta
make sure I pull.
tighten
Now it's
it
like
and
no. Let me make the actual like levels or the degree in which I need to pull back in greater.
Yeah.
So it's I know for a fact I'll be blocking at this
Exactly.
point, or my charges are really charged kind of deal.
I think this is where we're going to be going. Maybe we might have stations now where you can plug in and just
Yeah.
adjust it. or whatnot. That's gonna be pretty
I
cool.
like it. We'll definitely do. I'm gonna do a full-on review on it as soon as it gets in. I gotta get myself a ball top and all that as well. But yeah, if you haven't had a chance, go check out the Magneto analog to digital programmable joystick on Paradise Arcade Shop. $99. I swear it'll be
Not
worth
bad
it.
at all. So,
Or at least wait until I get it. Then I'll
yeah.
tell you straight up, like yes, no. But I just like the idea of it.
So, obviously, moving from that, I wanted to keep it similar to what we were talking about. So the next was the Excellence arcade stick, which is the Samurai White. So if you guys were looking to pick up that stick, yeah, this is still a little bit expensive, but hey, look, it's $100. It's a nice clean white. On it seems like mahogany,
Yeah.
but it opens up like the new
Like the Razer Pantera
Yeah,
sticks and all that. Like the ones
exactly,
where
so-
now it's like that whole. So actually, it was Razer, I think, that like kind of
Yeah, Razer
made
started the whole-
that populated that where they had a little hydraulic arm and you press a button and poop, you get to the internals instead of
Yep.
turning around 6 screws, putting to the side, then pop out
it's
the
a pain in
lid.
the ass. I
Yeah, it
haven't,
is.
so
Like
I
I used to
definitely know.
mod sticks like early on in Street Fighter 4. I modded sticks for the first couple of years, and that gets annoying really quick. I like this because I like wider sticks.
Yeah.
I need like some
Something that's
weight
just
on
like-
it too.
yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the time of an ST player that had like 10-pound weights inside their stick to make sure it never moved?
I feel like I do remember, but that's
That was
crazy
like I think Summer Jam. No, I think it was
I
Winter
remember
Brawl.
Art Stick used to have one of those big it was like the arcade board ones.
The Hori, the
Yeah.
XL Hori that literally looks like
Yeah.
someone yanked a piece of the
Screw that.
arcade. Yeah, that was my joy because you can give half of the stick to the opponent and you can have like a drink on this side and still have plenty of space.
Yeah.
But
But
no, I
something
like the look of this.
yeah,
one.
I really like this one. And I'm even thinking about getting it. It's not a steep price. It's almost equivalent to building your own custom stick.
Yeah, at that
And
point-
I think that's the biggest thing is just keeping it within the price range. Throw some like cheap buttons in there. Throw obviously your $100 joystick. We just talked about the
Yeah, of
magenta.
course. There
and
you
guess
go.
what? You got a $200 stick that you would
like
have
a
paid for.
custom stick of yours that's
Exactly.
just like on point.
So definitely something to look into, guys, if you want to start customizing your own stick and you don't want to really build the stick.
Here's your
itself.
problem though. This product ain't available, son.
That's okay.
It's-
It will be
it-
eventually.
Okay, it's probably yeah.
I'm not
it's
gonna
just
tell you
sold
guys
out
to
right
buy
now.
it now. I'm just saying keep
Yeah.
it in your back, in your back
But-
pocket. This is
But they
something
do
to look
have
into.
other variations, of course,
Yeah.
the blues, the reds, the blacks. Just anything to kind of get to that point where you're so in the scene that you need your own signature weapon kind of deal.
I mean, you don't want to look like everybody else.
Yeah, you want to be your own unique
I mean,
snowflake.
get a top 8. And
Even though you get 0-2, you want to be I'm a unique snowflake anyway. Look at my stick.
get that tournament money first. And
Yeah, you should do that. But yeah, so once again, check out Paradise
Yeah.
Arcade Shop. Man, those guys are making buku
Dope,
money.
yo.
I know they
Dope
got me
stuff.
for a quick C note.
So the last thing, but not least, Razer making a little comeback with their little
Yeah.
cool little video for custom
I don't know
Razer.
if cool is the
Aatrox.
name, but cringy is a little bit.
I mean,
more than
it's
name,
cringy
but
as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you, because they got the whole Android 18 eye color off
Miss
completely.
Vampy herself.
They
Vampy
could
bit
at
me.
least use the blue,
Right.
It was blue.
I think that's
But
her name.
yeah, I think that's her.
Yaya Han, right? That's her name.
Oh, Yaya Han. Then that's
Is that someone
that's
different?
the AKA original
I
cosplayer.
can't
But
remember.
yeah, Razer basically coming out with their own Dragon Ball Fighters stick. It looks cool. It's
It's basically a Pantera stick with different artwork and
Yeah.
and Dragon Balls.
And
Well,
balls.
not even Dragon Balls. Are they actual Dragon Balls on there? I can't
I
tell.
believe they are
Let's see.
on the actual.
stick itself. The buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have
Oh
the,
yeah,
the
yeah,
Dragon
yeah.
Balls
They
and
have all
Star, yeah.
7, and then that
And
orange
Star.
one at the bottom right. Okay,
That
cool.
lonely orange one.
That lonely
the
orange one.
the eighth ball that never existed.
So
This
this
is-
needs to be an emote, real quick. Just
Whoever
that
wants to get
right
to
there.
that.
Yeah, go for it.
Dang man, that Frieza outfit,
Yeah.
priceless.
He even played with his tail. That man is talented.
But yeah, guys, those are pretty much our plug and play tech. So if you were looking for something cool,
Yeah.
I know some people have bought some of the stuff that we talked about. So
Nice. Good
keep-
on you. So that
they-
means
they said they enjoyed it. So
good. Yeah. If you want to step up your game when it comes to your joystick, if you want to be cool and something like, yo,
Put
hey
that
hey
shit
guy, hey random dude, nice stick,
like, oh, you don't know. Put that shit in there.
nice stick guy. That's about it. That's what you'll get. But yeah, like Meza said, that does it for plug and play segment. Now we're gonna go right into our focus attack. Cause guess what? Our asses aren't traveling anywhere.
Nope.
We need to change that.
Yo,
We gotta go
we're
somewhere.
Gonna make that work.
So focus attack this week is we're gonna be asking a question to kind of spin the gears in your head. This was actually coming from Meza because I had one,
Yeah.
but then I looked and he had already filled this one out.
I'm sorry.
So
had to
then
get
I
to
was
it.
like,
Dude,
well,
you
I
were
got
beating me
snaked.
to them.
I got snaked.
So this one is kind of important because obviously the 30th anniversary came out, and the thing is, we kind of never think about what really goes into picking our classic games, what goes into looking at our gaming, our fighting game history more than anything. And I'm not talking about like where the players came from, but more or less the games, because we have like Last Blade 2, we have Goro, Mark of the Wolves, different games like that. So,
Power Stone.
exactly, that still haven't shown up.
I still haven't. Yeah.
So I guess the first thing we want to start off talking about is like what is considerably a game that should be remade out of all the games that have been made across the board of fighting games. What would you believe should be remade as like not even an anniversary, but something that is like this deserves
It's
to be
so
remade?
good that it should just
Yeah,
get a
like,
second
where did it
chance
go?
at life.
Why didn't it come back? And don't say CVS 2 because we gotta leave those out of the.
Why?
Because those still have a strong possibility.
They do, but they don't right now. I could like CVS 2 is my go-to because I really
you're
like
not
I
wrong.
can't like I mean, if not that Power Stone because Power Stone was fun. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. A lot of people do. It was during the heyday when Capcom just couldn't do no wrong. They were just like killing the game, and plus Dreamcast, right? Best console ever created that died. CVS 2 or would be great because it catered to like it was that moment where CVS 1 like did a good job in it, but for some reason when CVS 2 came out, like it kind of really brought the community together to compete with like these two just well-known IPs, and it was enough that it got me interested. Like I wasn't like playing SNK games like that, but when I did play in CVS 2, I really got jumped into King of Fighters and stuff, and I was like, wow, this is actually hella sick. Like I loved King. King was like one of my regulars. Oh my god, why can I never remember her name with the sword?
Hibiki.
Hibiki, thank you. All right, I was close.
You
Like,
always
like
forget her
I
name.
like it's just like it just like leaves.
there.
It's like one of those things just leaves like Hibiki. But then using them with like Kyosuke. So okay, Rival Schools is another one that would be great to bring out.
Which-
but it's so like the thing
so
about
niche.
that's the thing. These remakes, Vampire Savior. Here's another one. Darkstalkers. Like, come on, man. They're such like staples or cult classics in the community. And sure, and like plenty of people that grew up playing fighting games or games in general, I've seen them in some way, shape, or form. But like those, I could easily like roll off a crap load of games that I want, but it's a business at the same time. That's why they send out games or anniversary editions or a PSN version or Xbox version or whatever, a digital marketplace version to kind of test the waters. Because at the end of the day, if they're gonna put in this time, effort, investment, and manpower into creating it, it needs to sell.
Yeah.
It like there is just like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It needs to sell because as like we preach it all the time here. As much as there are so many of us in this community, we are still the minority.
Very true.
We're still the like in terms of game sales, we're probably 10% of overall game sales. Like probably 10%.
See,
Maybe a little bit more, but like we're nowhere near any point of not power or influence, but really like game changing or really like enough that we can turn the tides. Do we give feedback to those companies and sometimes do they listen and apply things? Yes, they do. But it's far few in between. So when it comes to remakes, like yeah, it's really a business decision, which is why like I can never really get butthurt over like what gets released because it's business. And it's not a perfect world where like, yes, I want a Power Stone. I want what is it? Star Gladiator to come out where Hayato came from. Like who knows where that's
like
from.
just a remake of something that was really good back then.
Yeah.
Or just like because I know a lot of people have played like Marvel 1 and they were like, yo, I mean like where's our actual rehash back out with better graphics like how they did in VC2?
Like an actual remastering.
Yeah, like a remastering or more or less like. So I look at something like how Capcom has done with their 30th anniversary. They gave us,
They were like, here's the arcade experience.
Exactly.
Alpha 3, Street Fighter 2,
so where's my
Hyper
SNK
Fighting.
experience? Where's, the games that fell off that were big in the arcade back then, or at least were very notable. So, like, I know people always scream, where's Bloody Roar? Where's Bloody Roar?
Bloody Roar was,
Why can't I
that
get
was
a
like,
full anniversary pack of just Bloody Roar? That's it.
who made Bloody Roar?
That I can't actually remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, why you're still doing that?
And the only reason why I say this is because we also have to look at it this way.
Hudson Soft and
Wow,
80.
aren't they under now?
Are they not even around?
I don't think they're around anymore. Yeah, the
Defunct
D.
2012. There you go. That's why.
So
There's your quick answer
So
to that
you would
one.
think somebody would still pick it up though, because a lot of companies do pick up games over the course of time. But my biggest thing is though, how do we really like break down what's considered a good or a bad game, like for fighting games, like bringing into being remade? Like Street Fighter 1 was beyond
trash.
terrible.
Was trash. Like I honestly, yeah, that was a free slot. Like, but they did it out of the anniversary, like the evolution. Because Street Fighter, you can't. As much as we knock Street Fighter, like Street Fighter is just the name. Like the name itself, it will continue on because it's Street Fighter. And like they just harp back like this is where it started. It started from pressure sensitive pads that you had to punch to get a certain move out at a certain strength, which is how it used to be back in the arcades until people started breaking these, and that's when the 6 buttons happened, where it was because it used to be 2 punches, it used to be 2 pressure pads, one for punch, one for kick, and you would have to hit it, like actually like hit it, and depending on how hard you hit, it depends on you getting a jab to a fierce.
That's scary actually.
So people broke them, and that's when they got the 3 buttons for each level. Quick bit of note for you guys. On top of that, like like I said, Street Fighter being there, that was just a free because of the name. It's really hard to just sell it on Darkstalkers is like a known game to still be competed. It was competed in by the gods. Like Sako competed in it. Like Daigo's first tournament was Darkstalkers. Darkstalkers until like Third Strike had some of the best animations Capcom ever did in a fighting game like that. That had so much character, unique. It's just like it kind of has all the ingredients for it, but we haven't seen anything about it, right? We haven't seen a remake or a rehash or a sequel, and it's like that had everything in it. But if that has no chance of making it, like what do these other games that are like not even to that par level?
Yeah, because it's kind of like asking like what is the standard of what we consider to be like a good or bad game. But I think the biggest question is looking at old school games and looking at, I guess, games that we kind of deem as that's a classic. What is the difference between us saying that's a classic game or that's a retro game? Because I feel like that's also a really fine line. Like I'll say like Street Fighter 1's a retro ass game. That is not a classic.
You know what? Good point. Street Fighter 1 is a retro, not a classic. Street Fighter 2 is a classic, not just a retro, right?
So
I want to say sales.
Sales, you would say?
I think sales is what did it. Like Street Fighter didn't sell a lot, so it's retro. Street Fighter 2, we had Street Fighter 2 the movie, so it was all over the place. It was it's engraved in pop culture, so it's a classic. But Third Strike is also a classic, and the Street Fighter 3 series wasn't like recepted too well.
First, second, non-existent really. Second Impact was pretty reasonable,
but Third Strike, was the go-to game. But even then, when that came out, the people felt like they alienated the lore of these characters, and it took the Third Strike to really add the characters that are known in Street Fighter to be in it like that. So it's like, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, the first thing I would think of, like I said, is sales. Like, there's a classic versus a retro. I would think it's just sales, but I know there's probably one or two that break that mold.
So I guess the reason why I say that is because I only look at it this way. Look at like Pac-Man and Galaga, right? Galaga. Okay. Those games are considered retro, but they sold a shit ton. And sometimes people say they're classics.
They are. No, they definitely are. I'm pretty sure they're in the Guinness Book of World Record as classics.
See, that's the thing.
Definition classics, you see Pac-Man or
so it's just sales. Sales has to be the main driven.
I think, because think about it. If it sells well, that means everyone experienced it. That means everyone can harp back to it and be like, yo, that was the joint. Like, that was
cult classic.
The cult classic. Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like it's in that type of field. I mean, that's just my impressions of it. Yeah. But I mean, Darkstalkers was the shit. I mean, Darkstalkers is a classic, but it never outsold Street Fighter or anything like that.
Yeah, it's like Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was a cult classic.
Mortal Kombat was kind of ridiculous when it came out, though, too. MK, the commercials, the movie, the live shows, the touring live shows, the martial arts exhibitions. Yeah, that was more than a classic. Mortal Kombat is a pop culture phenomenon that has engraved itself in our culture because everyone knows finish him.
Yep.
Everyone knows get over here.
Whoopsies.
Everybody knows that. Like, that's just a part of culture. That's different. So, But
So
I don't
it's
know.
just-
I don't know what would pertain a game to be remade again. Like, it's great to see the 30th anniversary celebrating Street Fighter's history, its legacy,
Got to
what it's
definitely experience
created,
things.
or what has become of fighting games.
Yeah.
Because Street Fighter 2 is what really made the multiple character select screen a thing. Multiple characters that have unique abilities to themselves. No other game did that before that. And since then, it's grown into what it is. But, you know, what about, like you said, what about those other classics, the games that we grew up with that play, that, you know, that we still remember that haven't gotten no love like that? What will it take for them to get a release?
Bushido Blade 2, man.
Bushido Blade, Samurai Warriors, you know. I mean,
Like I
Samurai
said,
Warriors,
well,
you know.
but SNK, that was
Yeah,
their
SNK,
thing. So
yeah, exactly.
I only said that because like I feel like SNK never really came back out with an anniversary after that one
SNK's
year.
on its 40th anniversary. We're getting
Bro,
heroines.
It felt like oh, no.
Yeah, we're getting heroines. That's
But,
what we're doing.
Yeah, guys, honestly, let us know what you think is considered a classic to you, or in general what you think is a retro, because I think there's a fine line, and we still haven't really figured out how we deem these newer games, whether they're gonna be classic or retro. Because I know Ultra,
Marvel 3 is going to be a classic.
is it
Yeah.
Marvel 3 or Ultimate?
Marvel Ultimate. Yeah. Ultimate Marvel is going to be a
But
classic.
sales were kind of.
We're going to look back. Well, it's because it came out within like the same year.
But
Like 8 months.
Street Fighter 5, is that gonna be a classic? Because I mean,
No.
Street Fighter 4 is a classic.
4 is a
right now.
classic because 4 reignited the
Yeah.
FGC, or rather,
So
kind of like made the movement towards esports and, you know, put up a big banner saying that we're here to everybody.
yeah.
It's definitely going to be a classic. You can already see that. I'm going to look back in like 15 years and be like, damn,
Jeez,
that was the shit. That was some fun times.
that's a classic.
That was a classic. So tell us, what do you think? Is there a game you guys feel that you've played that hasn't gotten enough love that should be re-released, kind of get that same Street Fighter anniversary treatment, or should just get a brand new sequel and just be like it's worthy to
Yeah.
be in the current state of fighting games and can compete with the best of them? Tweet us out. Give us comments,
Word.
feedback, throw at us, Discord, any of those. You can reach us there.
Send it to folks
Tinder,
there.
maybe. I don't know. I might be free Friday.
I'm done
We'll
with
see.
that, bro. Come on.
All right.
You know, there's
Anyway.
nothing on there good. They don't play
Anyway.
video games.
Yeah, you play video games. PM, and if you ever find my screen name on PSN, PM me. So with that ends our focus attack. Now we head into our home stretch, man. So that means mod highlights. I got to find 3 pretty good mods.
I had one, but
2
I
they
don't
made
think
by the
it's
same
five.
guy. The one I'm trying to showcase still isn't done, and I can't get mad at the guy. I'm just mad that
I mean,
it isn't
probably
out.
it probably takes some time.
It
but
takes a bit. It takes a
Yeah.
bit. So I was scouring the net, and by the net I mean Game Banana real quick to just
yeah.
double check what's on the hotness. This is actually kind of a revisit to an original mod. So this is Android 21. She is a coatless mod. So remember, human version Android 21 was like a thing for a while, but the thing about it was like her coat had weird physics. It kept clipping.
Clipping, yeah.
Like the mod itself isn't anything new. It's just really the coatless part. Now it's like gone. So she is a completely fully used character. You know, just
It looks
reskinned.
good.
The thing that gets me though, which is the first thing I thought of, I was like the tail. Because I even ran up on guys because I wasn't too sure. I was like, does the tail track? And they're like, up to 3/4 of the screen, it tracks the enemy. And here we actually get to see like my problem with that. Oh, is it gonna be?
Yeah,
after?
because I noticed her tail's
Oh God,
missing.
right in the mouth. That's,
Oh, no.
That's what a sight. All right. Anyway, there we go. It's the tail that's like the big thing right there.
Yeah, you
so we
don't
actually get
really-
to see like the tail is not there because she doesn't have it in human form. But
Yeah.
you know that doesn't really change the actual move list.
Yeah.
So the tail's just invisible, which is gonna throw me off.
I
If-
felt they should have made her hand do that instead of the tail. When she put her hand in, she just extend her hand.
But like I don't think it's gonna be to the extent that they can mod like that far in to
I
make
mean,
like a
yeah.
custom set like that. But this
Right.
is done by Venus1 over at Game Banana. Go give him
a
or
good
her
start.
some love for this mod. Yeah, it was pretty clean. It was kind of suggested for a while. It actually just dropped, I think, like 3 days ago or something like that. Yeah, 3 days ago, so relatively new. Finally got the coat off. Now she's just swinging for the fences. So that is Android 21, and these next 2 mods are actually done by the same person. I know we had
That's
just
awesome.
talked about some Marvel, and Marvel definitely got some love. We
Man.
have Goku Black Strider.
Those look so weird, but it looks so good.
It
It,
looks
looks weird because
good.
I'm not used to the characters
Yeah.
being like bulky like that, but they're Marvel.
I just noticed Dante. Now we got Trunks colored Dante on the right. So we're used to having Marvel characters invade Dragon Ball Fighters. Now we're getting Dragon Ball Fighters like colors and mods into Marvel 3.
Why do you put it?
It looks dope. I
why
like
is
it
Goku Black on Strider though.
because he's got a blade. Like he got the purple blade on his back.
Kind of whack.
Like just like he was gonna kill that one god, he was like, I'm just gonna.
All right,
And you notice it's actually
because when he
ener-
does the thing,
You notice it's energy. It's not even actual physical blade. Like
Yeah.
it's just a purple outline. So it just looks
maybe
really
should have
good.
did Zamasu instead. That would have probably been cooler.
But this is done by Seilei, and the second one as well is like the Perfect Doom mod.
Okay.
Yeah,
Look.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, we
we're
had
doing that.
Doom in Dragon Ball. So
Doom
it's
and
fine. I'm
Dragon
not mad.
Ball. Now we got Cell in Marvel.
Is this complete though? That's my thing.
I think there is. Let me see. Oh yeah, so the cape still kind of appears during Supers, as he states right here, and he may update it later.
Okay.
So it's really up to the discretion of the modder. They got regular day jobs or things to do.
They
We
got
might
Doom.
not have all
We
the
got
time,
Doom in the game.
but we got the Perfect Doom
Perfect-
in
yeah,
Marvel
Perfect
3. He looks dope. I like it.
It's
Even
not
the
supposed to be
mask.
Cell. It's the Perfect Doom.
The Perfect Doom. This is what it is. Perfect Doom. It looks
cool.
good. I dig it, and it's completely free. So check out
Yeah.
Game Banana. Shout outs to Seilei as well for just those two dope ass mods of
Oh, you know what would be
Goku
dope?
Black
If he
and
actually, and this is a good suggestion.
Cell.
If you take the cape and do the actual pattern of Cell's wings and just split the cape right in the middle. Make it like it's wings. And it's
That
perfect.
could work. There you go. It's perfect. Got it. Good job. Good job on that one. Yeah, and with that, actually, that's it, man. That's for our mods this episode, and that does it for the episode in general. So, thanks for hanging out with us once again. This is Double Tap Live for those that are here on the stream, and of course, hanging out on the podcast scene. Thanks for tuning in, pressing play, hanging out with us for maybe an hour and a half. I didn't know this time. There is no counter. I'm just going off. I think it was like an hour 45.
Guys, we definitely went over the limit. All right,
I ranted a little bit today.
It's okay.
But thanks again for hanging out with us. You can check out our podcast on many different platforms such as iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Player.fm, Pocket Cast, SoundCloud, Podbean, and if you can get to any of those, we have our RSS feeds right on the mashthosebuttons.com website. As soon as you get into it, you'll see it on the top right corner. Pick your flavor. You'll be able to hear me. You'll be able to hear Meza. And, get some FGC information. Your weekly
knowledge.
FGC news is what we do.
Knowledge.
That's what we are. We're basically the weekly FGC news recap show with a little bit of sauce.
We're just not Fox. We're not like Fox.
No,
I like to put it that way. I love it. We're not
No.
like Fox at
No.
all. We're more like
we're the real deal.
Florida's TV channel, like TV, like because they always got.
I like
some
to think
crazy
we're
shit
like the
happening.
Mexico weather channel with that Mexico weather girl
Yo,
that turns
where's
around.
she at? Get her here.
We should. Maybe we'll make that happen at one point. Get her in the Cammy outfit. Anyway,
You out.
social media. You can check us out. You can check me out at CrashTagVS. I know live stream. We got Meza Body right now. This will be the last week. We'll change your Twitter. Next time, tell us when you change your Twitter so we know. But you can get them at
Right.
Meza FGC.
Yeah.
You can, and that's all for all your
That's
outlets.
everything except for YouTube. YouTube is still Daimyo Meza, but we're working on getting that changed. So
Okay. And of course,
Definitely.
make sure to follow at Nerd Street Gamers, N3RDST Gamers on Twitter, and of course on YouTube as well. Plenty of content that goes up there. You can also get a sneak peek at our monthly Go for Broke fighting game tournament series. If it's what you like, if you think it's your cup of tea, come out, play, press some buttons, have a little salt, and have a couple beers. This is a BYOB spot, so it's also a little nice to drown that stuff off. You can also check out Mash Those Buttons on YouTube at youtube.com/Smash Those Buttons and Facebook as well. And Discord. You can reach us at the Nerd Street Gamers Discord at discord.gg/Nerd Street Gamers and Mash Those Buttons, which is discord.me/Mash Those Buttons. Meza lurks in there. I lurk in there. I always like to, talk to any of our listeners.
Yeah.
Just give us a shout out, tag me in it. I will respond as soon as I can. And of course, the best way you can also contact us besides social media is any kind of comment sections on any of the platforms. We get those instantly, so we try to respond as soon as the day. If we're not busy, we don't have anything that's
usually.
has us kind of tied down. We will respond as soon as possible because we like to hear from you guys. And support. The best way you can support us is to share us. I mean, I don't want to say like, subscribe, and press this notification bell because this isn't YouTube. No, don't smash it, right?
just show up and come watch us.
Just watch us, yeah. Of course, feedback is also very greatly appreciated when it comes to whether it be iTunes, SoundCloud, anything. We always like to hear what you guys think of the show. We do have projects. I know I've been harping on it for like 2 or 3 episodes now. It takes a little bit of time. Just take my word for it, guys. I have some content that's going to be shown aired live here on this channel. That's going to be for your benefit, for whatever fighting game you play. And we just want to share the knowledge and all that. But of course, support, share the tweets, likes, all that kind of good stuff helps us out. The more we get exposure, the more we get sent out there, the more opportunities we have, and the more listeners we can also reach. But once again, thanks a lot for hanging with us this episode. I'm Crash Tag. This is Meza, and we're out. Like.